that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
he's. Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Rich. You got the belt around you. Coach JB Show.
Happy New Year. I'm here. Fun fact. Make sure you know I don't give a fun fuck. Make sure you pound that like, subscribe, become a member. We are here live on the realest show on planet Earth on this happy new year, this new year of 2025. And let me just tell you, man, let's begin with a banger. The first thing, smoking to start your year. Can't be more grateful for everybody out here in this crazy unknown world that we are currently living in. I'm thankful for everyone here today watching, listening, etc. I'm also appreciative of you all. Let's take this show to all new level, all new heights as we continue to be the realest show on planet Earth in 2025. Now let's talk some college football real quick, some NFL, and all things real. As my main man, my Far East Sider, my 317 Naptown legend, LeBron hairline having, Lamar Jackson loving, AR5 defending, Caitlin Clark jocking, Fox Sports very own, Big Smitty. Let's bring him right in to start the show. What you got a turtleneck on for, homie?
What's going on, y'all? It's 2025, baby. We alive another year. If you listening, if you watching, if you tuning in right now, it's a blessing to be here and to be a part of this show. As JB just alluded to, we thank you for your ongoing support of 2024. And just know that 2025 is about to be bigger and better than ever, y'all. Man, this is a big time show, man. I got JP in the building. I got Haas 1321 in the building. We got Lucy Lou, Joe Accord, and of course Nate Dogg 307 and Shaun Waffle. JB Bailey, how y'all feeling?
You trying to be Deion Sanders? I mean, it's not Halloween, homie. It's Christmas.
This ain't no Halloween, homie. This is me. This is how Smitty dresses when it's a big time celebration. You ain't never been with me during a big time celebration, so this is new to you. But I'm true to me.
It's still BPS. It's BPS. I've been there.
My swag look way better than your swag today. Like, your shirt is decent, but my swag is killing your swag. My haircut, my fade is crazy. The shades look great with my skin. I'm greased up, 2 chains like I'm 2 Chainz. Turtleneck with the over the shoulder. Come on now. Don't hate. Like, it's okay to like show love to your co-host sometimes.
Max, I think Smitty loaded. I think Smitty's loaded. I'm not loaded. I went to bed late, but I think Smitty's probably loaded.
We'll never know.
we could have slept in. We you know, Cats went out last night. I didn't go out, but I'm sure Smitty, yeah, I'm sure Smitty went out. I was at the house right here chilling with my homeboy, watching game, drinking, a little tequila. Yeah. But I don't leave the house. I'm leaving today, though. I'll be on the yacht.
on the boat or the yacht?
Yacht.
Okay, I was making sure. Somebody, speaking of yacht, you posted a cool video for New Year's last night, and I saw it was some fans.
With that. I wanted to start with that, but go ahead.
Perfect segue. Some fans was hating on you. I saw even one person said something about shout out to you rented your yacht or something like that. You had a cool response to it, I thought. But why people hating on you, JB?
I don't know. I put together a little reel. Just you and I, everything we saw this year. You should see the comments. Is unbelievable. Oh, you with Pat Perez? That motherfucker took money from the live. Why do you hang out with him? The comments are fucking unbelievable. We did a little synopsis of the year. It was cool how it worked out because the song is Celebration.
Yeah.
Celebrate good time.
Come on.
Yeah. So it was cool. So it was a cool little deal. So it is what it is. It's a 35-foot boat rider, Cap Lucky, by the way, which classifies it as a yacht. So I'm not gonna keep harping on it. I'll bet anybody in here though that wants to bet if it's a yacht or not. I'll bet any amount of money you want. $500,000. Anybody? Going once? House? Pink slip? Going twice? Anybody? But anyway.
That's perfect. That timing was perfect. Man, that's good, man. Like, it feels good to be alive. Like, JB, you was born when? 1978?
6, homie.
76. And you're alive in 2025. You've seen some shit. I know we ain't supposed to be cussing the first 10 minutes, but I had to right there. Like, you've seen some stuff.
Well, I already got a shirt on.
And it's 2025, homie?
It's not that old.
How much has life changed, though, for you from, like, let's say the late 80s compared to, like, what you see today? Like, what's, like, the one biggest thing that just stands out between the late 80s of your life and so far in 2025? Take your time.
Organic realness. We don't have it. Everything's fake now. Everything's fake. I miss the 80s and 90s, dog. God damn.
Yeah, you were selling coke.
I miss the early 2000s. I miss that.
Nah, I remember that.
You was a baby still even then, but I'm just saying, like,
I remember all of that, bro. I remember what?
The world has changed, homie. We got made up humans now. We got BMKs. That's
First
bitch made cats for all you out there. Bitch made cats if you don't know what that means. We got made up humans.
We've been had BMKs though. That's always been a thing.
Yeah, but it's now like celebrated.
Right.
We used to beat their ass. Now they're celebrated.
True.
So that's the difference, man. We just soft pussies. I don't know, man. We got like 6 genders now. So apparently the DNA strand is broken off, and now we have 6 genders. I didn't know there was 6. I thought God and Jesus came and said, "Hey, we got the man and a woman, and Adam and Eve, and if you get fucked, Eve, it's on you. You ate the apple." But we're gonna have one man and one woman, and now we got motherfucking him, her, she, them, they, there. What the fuck we got going on here? So I know that's just a lot of the change, man. Here's what it is. I don't know.
Joe Core, man, for dropping the bread early. The first money of 2025 goes to Joe Accord, and he sent us $20.25 for 2025, man. Shout out to Joe, the best weatherman I know. If everybody sent 2025 today, who knows what may happen.
Please send it, because my fuel for the yacht is like $800 to fill up. So if you guys can send that 2025, at least equal $800 today, I can fill the tank up. Fill the tank up.
Maybe fill the tank of the yacht to start the year off. Also, it's January 1st, and my rent is due. And y'all know I live in the hood, so I need help with my rent, and then Jimmy need help with his yacht. So whatever y'all can do for the yacht and the rent, it would be a great way to start the year off with just helping us take care of those 2 big payments. We appreciate y'all.
Somebody said, I want to go back. Oh, guys, what happened to the studio? I'm asking for real. Someone said, motherfuckers are really concerned about another person's studio. No shit. I don't get it. I never seen more people worried about shit they can't control in my life.
It sounded like dude was really trying to like ask a serious. That's why he said like I'm asking for real because he don't want you to like to roast him or flame him. He's like no, not trying to be front, not trying to troll. I'm just curious of what happened.
Shaun said, "How much is your rent, Smitty?" He want to know. He might break you off.
5205.
You're ready that. If you're renting 5205, you need to get the fuck out.
JB, are you my co-host or not?
So you could have played it way different. See, that's at BPS, homie. You could have played it way different.
You said
Shaun, my shit like $2,000, Shaun, you know, and it could have been like 1,800 or it could have been 2,500, but $2,000 still good money on it.
Shaun wasn't asking to pay though. Shaun was just asking to know. He wasn't asking to pay. Trust me.
But ain't nobody paying $5,200 for 1 month for a 300 square foot.
The only person here that may pay for like will actually try to pay for my rent. It's like I'm trying to think. Nobody actually in this chat will actually pay for my rent. They might help pay you for your mortgage though. Like if you was like, hey y'all, I had a tough month. They hacked my shit. Just 1 month. We just need a little help. I think Joe Cord and all of them will probably look out for you.
Hey, serious tip. We got a lot of these right here.
What? I ain't a member, but I'm loyal listener. I'm Rob Shaw to the top. Crystal Ball.
You guys got to become a member, man. If you guys like, there is a lot of you. So I shout out to you, Crystal Ball. There's a lot of you guys out there that aren't members. But if you guys became members, man, shout out to Shaun Mim. If you guys became members, man, this show will take off. This show will take off even faster and bigger, better. 2025, man. We're here to stay. So make sure you pound that like. Smitty, let's dive into something real quick.
Yeah, let's dive into the rundown.
I just wanted to dive into college football playoff. Was mid to say the least. We got fog. We can't tell what's in front of our faces. Fog is trying to kill us. We don't know what's going on. We got Hamas. Shout out to the 10 that are dead today, or the 11, for this weirdo fucking shitbird who apparently drove through downtown New Orleans last night, down Bourbon Street, and tried to basically assassinate somebody, apparently, because now they're calling it a terrorist act. He had bomb on the car and everything else. Just a bunch of weird motherfuckers out here, man. New Year's Eve, you want to wreck it. Shout out to those 10 folks that had lost their lives last night in New Orleans, or this morning, 3 o'clock this morning in New Orleans. He is deceased. They did get him. But what a fucking joke, man. We started the year off with that news. But it's always, life don't stop, Smitty. It keeps going, life or death. And that's the unfortunate part. We're going to at least report it, let you guys know. Shout out to those families out there mourning today from the reckless, senseless idiot that had to do that while people were enjoying New Year's Eve in New Orleans, or New Year's. Start there, Smitty. But let's get into some football.
Shout out to Max Hess for the $49.99, and shout out for the jokes. I will remember that joke. I will flame you later on today. Continue, JB.
Nice. College football was very mid, to say the least. As I said again, Penn State would dominate. They did. If you watch the game, you know what happened in that game. Boise's only down 7. That's the tweet I got. Then you don't know football. The game was dominated in every facet, shape, or form. Boise hadn't even allowed a 100-yard rush, I don't believe, all year. Penn State had like 300 yards rushing. They had like 190 in the first fucking 6 minutes. I was like, oh my goodness, this is what the difference is. This is why Boise doesn't belong in the playoff. But what do I know? Smitty, it was very mid. Ashton Genty is still the best player in college football, though. Smitty, he had zero help. And you can comment on this after, but he had zero help. And my eyes work. My coaching eyes work. My talent evaluation eyes work. I think I'm one of the best talent evaluators in America. Been proven, actually, too.
Used to be.
He is special, and he'll be a good NFL back for someone.
I agree.
I would love to see him. I would love to see the Eagles draft him with that O-line. Like early, mid-second round, because that's where he'll go. maybe even drop further. Running backs are not going to go that high unless that they think that this draft just is so bad at quarterback, which it is, that they take a shot at a running back a little sooner. But if I'm the Eagles, I don't know where they draft, but I'm sure they probably draft later. I would look at Ashton Genty. With that O-line, he had no help at all. And we already knew the league that he played in wasn't great, but at least we knew that he played good against upper competition. He had 200 on Oregon, number one team in the nation. He had 100. He cracked 100 last night against Penn State, so he had 100 every game this year. You can't say that about other people that played their positions. Unbelievable year for Ashton Genty, Boise State. But listen, they didn't belong. As far as this college football playoff, Smitty, it just keeps getting worse. As I said it would. The games are trash. The teams don't make sense being in it. And we will see another ass-kicking contest today as Texas will blow out Arizona State, as I said they would. Now, Smitty, we got to talk about Alabama and T-Rich that belt, because Alabama lost to Michigan after Jalen Milroe did a TikTok dance to start off his warm-up, only to turn the ball over 3 times and look absolutely horrific. He now has to come back to college because he dropped in the NFL draft with that performance yesterday. I'm just keeping it funky. And how about Coach Moore? I reached out to Coach Ron Moore at Michigan, and he said, man, thanks, Coach. I'll definitely be on the show this spring. I said, please do. Come on. Congratulations. He said he will be on the show. But how about Michigan beating Ohio State and Alabama to end their season? Who has 2 wins versus bigger programs in America? I don't know. I think Michigan holds that card. So, Smitty, today's games, there's 3 of them. Hopefully they're better than what we have seen so far in the college football playoff. So, I'll let you go from here, man. I just wanted a little synopsis of what's going on in the world and in the sports world, of course, before we do quote of the day.
I mean, I actually enjoyed the game last night. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, Penn State was in control for, like, all of the game. But, like, you know, to your point, I think Boise was close enough all game long where it made it interesting. I thought their defense overall actually played well. They got a lot of big-time stops, but they were just on the field too much. And late in the game, a couple of those runs broke and a couple of big plays happened, and that's where the league got a little out of control, so to speak, or just, you know, a little too far for them to bounce back because the offense was struggling. Boise State's offense was struggling. Ashton Genty couldn't get anything. You know, the O-line, you just tell up front, just the difference up front when it comes to the Penn State and those boys who they got versus who Boise got. So it's not all on Ashton Genty. But I will say this. I mean, if you're the quote-unquote best player in the world, best player in the nation, I don't want to hear no excuses now. We didn't hear no excuse when you play against Oregon, the number 1 team in the nation. We gave you props for getting 200 yards. So you're not going to be in a position where you get all the props but don't get none of the shame or none of the blame. You're the quote-unquote best player in the country. That's what JB just said. I don't agree, but that's what JB just said. Go out here. You're the best player on your team. You're a large reason why your team has had so much success this season. JB all year long has said you had no help and said you were literally the offense. Well, okay. If that's the case, if that's the type of weight you want to carry on your shoulders, continue that in the biggest game of your career, in the biggest game of the season. And for whatever reason, not all on him, but for whatever reason, we did not see that. He had a couple good, decent runs that we saw, but overall he was shut down, and it forced them to pass the ball more, which is something that they're not comfortable doing. And it was a lot of 3 and outs. It was some bad picks, and it just ended up putting their defense, who again played well, but put them on the field too much. And at the end of the day, man, defense get worn out, and eventually Penn State just ended up just, you know, taking that lead to what we saw and won the game comfortably. But I watched that game, like, it was entertaining for me. As a football fan, I'm like, okay, like, Boise got a chance and they were getting stopped. You know, they missed 2 big-time field goals that in certain moments that could have made that game look a little differently. So I don't compare that one to other games. And then now it's transitioning to the Bama Michigan game. I thought that was a good game. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's low scoring. Me personally, as a defensive player, I don't always need the shootouts, the 45, the 47. Like, I like defense and big time turnovers and stuff like that. So you're right. Jalen Milroe had a horrible last game of the season, and I hope that's not the way we see his college career end, because that's not going to be good for him, in my opinion, going to the draft. But as an overall game, it was a good game. It went down to the wire, and Michigan they had a average season for Michigan standards, but they got the two biggest wins at the end of the season to kind of balance it out. So overall, I think I would still say this was a somewhat successful season. And you always talk about carrying that momentum at the end of the season into the offseason, into next season. And I think Michigan is setting themselves up for success as they enter into next season in the second year of Coach Moore being the head coach. Obviously, they got the big-time quarterback coming in. They paid all that money. You got some momentum winning these games. And I really think I can see Michigan going back to one of those premier teams next year. So I'm excited for today. I mean, I think some of the best games will be today. Ohio State, Oregon, of course. That's the game I've been waiting to see the whole time. I got Ohio State winning this whole thing. So, listen, I'm still excited to watch football. I'm still a football fan, and I'm not watching it to try to complain about it and be the Grinch and be Eeyore, anybody negative I could think of on any show or cartoon. I'm not trying to be that guy. I'm looking at it with a glass half full, and I'm excited to watch football.
And God bless you for that. We need you guys.
Thank you.
We need you guys in the world.
Appreciate that.
Because I'll never be that guy. So we need your guy. We need the negative. We don't need me. We don't need JB's the negative Nancy's.
I agree.
We need positive guys.
We leave that 2024, that negativity. Like, can we start a new leaf and like turn the other way in 2025? It's the first day of the year, JB. Switch it up. You ain't got to still be negative and upset about this. Just try it out for the first day of the year. And if you don't like it, cool. But let's try to be happy. Is that okay?
It's okay. So lie.
Oh, man.
No, I'm saying you want me to be a liar. I'll try to lie. Let me start off trying to lie right now. Travis Hunter's way better. When he played against real good teams, he really outperformed Ashton Jeanty versus when he played against really good teams. Because Ashton played Penn State, he still had 100. Travis played against BYU's last game and got walked down by a white boy 3 times.
Touchdown,
but anyway,
100-some yards over a few receptions.
I'm trying to compare with you.
Homie. Nah, be consistent.
I'm just trying to compare. I'm trying to start a new leaf, homie.
Right, though. Say it right, yeah.
I'm starting a new leaf. So when Travis played against like good teams at the time, and he didn't really do anything, he still was better, I guess, in your eyes than Ashton was when he played against Oregon, the number 1 team in America, and all the things he did this year. Got it.
Ashton was just a great running back. Travis was a great defensive player and offensive player. Nobody's ever been in their entire life.
Wasn't the best wideout, wasn't the best corner, but he got Heisman because I guess he was the best player because he played a lot of snaps.
Let's use your argument. Let's say he wasn't the best.
Played a lot of snaps.
Let's say he's top 5 wideout and top 5 corner. That's still elite, homie. That's still elite. Why you want to hate?
Not the best, homie. Not the best.
You insane.
This other guy's the best, isn't he? You just said he's the best. Yeah, he's the best. Like in every category, every single stat. Did you see last night Penn State try to tackle that man? Your eyes work, right? Your glasses were off, right, Morpheus? Your glasses were off last night, right? And you got to see the guy get hit at the line of scrimmage?
Because I will roast you right now. Yeah, I saw.
You saw the guy get hit at the line of scrimmage and go 8 more yards continuously all night long against it. You saw
I know all night long, homie. I don't give you that. Ain't no all night long, homie.
You're a lineman. You're a lineman, homie. You're a lineman, Smitty. You're telling me that you're sitting here laughing as I'm introducing Jeanty as the best player still, and you're sitting here laughing, but you play D-line and you don't realize that Boise State's O-line out the snap, set, hut, got stood straight the fuck back like this the whole game by Penn State's D-line, homie, and you think Ashton Jeanty had a fucking chance?
Barry Sanders didn't let that stop him.
Shit.
Barry Sanders didn't let that stop him in college or NFL. He never had help. He had no good. He had a good offensive line, good weapons, nothing. And again, the reason why I use Barry Sanders because that's who we were comparing Ashton Jeanty to. He was 27 yards away from breaking his record. So if we gonna compare him to the greats, let's compare him all the way. Barry Sanders did not have a good line, and he still ate. I know it's funny. You know I ain't lying. If Ashton Jeanty wants to be fucking Ashton Sanders, let's see it. I'm a fan of Ashton Jeanty. I think he'll have a solid NFL career, but he's not the best player in college football, and that's okay.
He's by far the best. By far the best player. Let's do quote of the day, Smitty, before we just keep debating. Let's get quote of the day out the way so I can keep cooking you.
Yeah, let's get this out the way. It's gonna be a horrible quote. I already know it is. Anyway, it's still it's sponsored by the best.
Negative. He just said, "Don't be negative, Bailey." And this motherfucker said it's going to be a horrible quote.
It's sponsored by the best.
So the show's going to stay the same. The show's going to stay the same.
It's
We're going to be negative.
By the best betting platform in all the land. Bet US. JB's gonna remind you all the perks you get when you use our promo code Coach JB. Talk to him, JB.
You do know you weren't around when Barry was playing college. I was. I don't know if you remember.
And he didn't have a good O-line either way.
Oklahoma State's O-line in college wasn't good? They had 4 NFL guys. You got to stop talking about shit you don't know about. But anyway, quote of the day brought to you by Bet US. This can't be the year of talking, of wishing, of wanting. Smitty, this is the year you get it fucking done. This is my own just made up quote because it's New Year's. And this can't be the year of talking and yapping and wishing in one hand and wanting in the other. This is the year you get it fucking done. Go get it done in 2025, everybody out there. Stop wishing and wanting. Go get it fucking done. Period. There ain't no excuses. No excuses, Smitty. Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Another one, Smitty. This year, remember, nobody can stop you but you. There's your positive 2 fucking takes. Now, take that shit, and that's your fucking 2025 positivity for me.
Is it Happy New Year or Happy New Year's?
New Year. Stop using it as plural.
You just used it as plural 2 fucking seconds ago.
You didn't listen to the context of when I was saying it though. Is it a new year? By the way, people that are 50,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm trying to explain to you the whole what my context was.
Go ahead.
No, I'm asking you I was about to tell everyone out there on social media, if you're 50 years old and you still put an S after year, you're a fucking moron.
I still do it sometimes.
New year.
I do.
It's
both.
New Year. It's New Year.
Right. It's a singular. Like I get it. It's a singular thing, but for whatever reason,
maybe put it right there. Yeah, Happy New Year's
because it's a Happy New Year. It's a singular year. I get it 100%. But for whatever reason, in the American English vernacular, a lot of us say Happy New Year's. I don't know why, but that's just the way we say it. I have no idea why. That's just what we do. I don't know if it's slang.
You're saying who's you guys?
Americans.
All right. Poll questions, man. Let's just start off with the poll question. We already started with it, and I think we've already answered it. But I think you answered it. I think you actually said yes to this question, but maybe you won't. After last night, are you still impressed with Ashton Genty?
Oh, yeah. I'm impressed. I'm not no hater. He's the second best player in the country. He's the best running back in the country, and I think he'll probably have a solid NFL career depending on which team he lands on. That's all it is. He showed me last night that he's someone who needs a lot of support and help around him in order for him to be at his true dominant self. He's not a guy who can just go out there and just create. He's not a guy who can just be on an average team, average O-line, average help, and still go out there and just eat. He has to have at the next level, he needs the Philadelphia Eagles O-line. He needs a team like that where he has just dogs everywhere to where shit, as long as you got some common sense, you're gonna be at least halfway decent. So that's totally fine. Like I think to compare it, if he was like a quarterback, we would call him a game manager. He's a game manager from the running back position. That's how I look at him in the next level. College level, he's one of the all-time greats. I mean, there's nothing to even argue about. You know what I'm saying? One of the all-time greats at his position. Let me be very specific. He's the second best player in the country this year, first best running back. NFL, he'll be solid. That's how I view him. I love his foundation. I think he comes from a military background, if I'm not mistaken. Like his father, I believe, was military, if I'm not mistaken. 2-parent household, good kid, smart, competitive. Works hard in the weight room. Obviously, I mean, the guy's, big guy. You mentioned him breaking tackle. I like a lot about this guy. I just think that, again, overall, he's not number one in the country. That's okay. It's okay to be number two. It's kind of like the whole LeBron argument when people get mad.
Can you name me a running back in your career that you've seen?
Jordan number one. It's like,
can you name me a running back? What running back have you ever seen that played on an inferior roster that faced 8 and 9-man boxes.
Barry Sanders. Adrian
No,
Peterson.
he didn't.
Adrian
He didn't
Peterson.
face 8 and 9-man boxes.
Adrian
no,
Peterson.
They didn't. You know, Adrian Peterson had a wide receiver in college. They didn't have 8 or 9-man boxes.
I didn't say all that. I'm talking NFL.
We're talking. You just said he's mid in college, homie.
No, I didn't.
You just said he's a bus driver, a rider.
No, I didn't. No, I said the NFL. This dude don't listen. It's 2025, and Jason
I
still don't listen.
clearly. I see you.
The way I view him in the
like,
NFL, if he was a quarterback, I would label him as a game manager. That's
then
how
you
I
don't
view him
know
at the next
football.
level.
You don't know
him as
football.
the guy who needs a Philadelphia Eagles type of
Then you don't know
and
football.
players around him in order for him to be at his.
Then you don't know football.
I said in college he's going to be all
Travis
time. I literally said in college
Who
he's
did
going to be
Travis Hunter
all-time
play?
great. It's not debatable.
Did Travis Hunter play against?
You don't listen to nothing I say.
Did Travis Hunter play at Penn State or an Oregon this year? Did Travis Hunter play anyone close to a Penn State or an Oregon this year? And then are you seriously comparing the talent around him versus what is around Ashton Genty? Are you shitting me? If you're going to say that, you don't have any clue about football. I just
Colorado got Ohio State.
Now we can't talk football on the show. Now we can't talk football on the show. God damn it, we can't even talk football on the show now. Motherfucker don't know it. Holy shit. How we going to talk football now? Ken had 100 yards in every game.
He know everything.
Every game.
He's
Every game.
He's the number
we
one
know,
coach.
City.
He's the greatest coach ever fucking coached.
Let's be honest, though. We know.
Andy Reid, Belichick,
we know.
Payton, all the greats.
We already know, though, that.
Shout out to Jason.
We know why Travis Hunter got the fucking Heisman, homie. We know how much politics are involved in that whole fucking thing.
You said he was the best player in the country. All throughout the year you were saying that.
Doesn't mean he's the Heisman.
Until he won the Heisman, then you want to hate on him.
It don't mean you're the Heisman. That's what you don't get. You keep missing the fucking point. He doesn't mean he's the Heisman. He's the best all-around player. It doesn't mean he's the Heisman. The Heisman goes to the best what? The best singular performer of the year who has made his team better. That's what the definition is, Smitty. I don't know anybody. This dude went to the playoffs. This guy went to the playoffs. Crazy. Politics is a real thing, though. We all know it. If Ashton played in Colorado with Deion's face, he wins a Heisman.
So you're telling me, just for clarity, you're telling me that you believe that Travis Hunter is the clear-cut best player, overall player in college football, but you're saying that he doesn't deserve the Heisman. I'm just getting clarity.
You understand?
I do. Answer my question, right? Yes or no? I know what you're saying.
So listen how it goes. There's a best player that you look at to draft in the NFL, right? Okay, this guy's never. We've had a lot of Heismans that have never been the best player, Smitty. Just looking it up. Just go look up the stat. Ashton Genty had better stat lines than 12 former Heisman winners.
Yeah, every season is different.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, but those other 12 that won didn't have a Travis Hunter who they were going against. So, like, each season is different. That's why I hate when people bring up Lamar Jackson MVP last year. It's like, he should have won MVP last year, but last year was a down year for quarterbacks. So his stats last year wouldn't work this year, but it worked last year. Every year is different. Every season is different. So
last year was.
And that's why the race was neck and neck. Why y'all so pissed off? Genty was right here when it comes to votes. Like, he was right there. He got second place. That's amazing. Everybody can't get a trophy. You grew up in everybody get a trophy era, evidently. Like, I didn't grow up like that. Everybody don't get a trophy, homie. Travis Hunter earned that. He played 170 fucking plays a game. Hey, what are we talking about, bro? And you say I don't know football. You put 170 fucking snaps a game, Jason.
So it's a snap award. So it's a snap award.
In bold. No, in ball. He didn't miss two games. He did miss 2 games, homie.
Yeah, he did. He missed 2 games.
He missed a half, I think, when he got hurt.
2 games total.
He played the next game. No, he didn't.
He played 2 games total.
You sound silly. He played the next game.
Missed 2 games
Baby,
total.
Factor cap right now. Hop on. Did he miss 2 games? Did Travis Hunter miss 2 games this season? Please factor it. He Bailey taking the shit. Ain't that the motherfucker? As soon as I need Bailey, he's taking the shit.
Hey, Fred, read the chat. If you're in the back, if you can read the chat. Let's wait a minute, though. We get through this. He missed 2 games, number 1. Number 2.
He did not miss 2 games.
Number 2. Holy shit, man.
You be
this
lying.
guy.
That's why Chad be calling you out, because you be lying. There's moments like that.
I just want to see some.
Is that the actress?
I don't know. There was no lying though. I don't know where I lied at. But anyway, nobody wants to hear the truth. It's all right. 2025.
That's an actual.
We'll just start the year off with lies again.
That's an actual lie. He didn't miss 2 games.
Well, anyway, Ashton Genty is a clear-cut Heisman, no question about it. He got fucked over by politics, and it is what it is. That's the truth.
Coach Chuck, appreciate you.
Who?
Coach Chuck, appreciate you.
Okay, so the truth of this is he didn't miss 2 games. Like, by technicality, he missed no games. But if you want to look at it, he got hurt in the K-State game, sat out most of it, and then barely played in the Arizona game. Or he didn't barely play. He
played, but they were balling out. So he ended up sitting out.
He had a deep pass to the shoulder. By that time, it was like 14 or 17. You know.
How many halves did Ashton Genty play where he didn't play in the second half?
It's a good question. I have to answer the question because I don't think as many as you think.
I know 4 of the first 6 games he only played 1 half. So I want to know how many more did he play. I'm just throwing that out there. I just want to know how many more he played during the year. Only 1 half.
I don't think that's true, JB. I don't think that's true either.
Well, go look first. Go pull it up. First 4 of 6 games. 4 of the first 6.
So you're saying he didn't play a snap in the second half? Just for clarity.
I don't think so.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah. Go check it out. He played an Oregon game. We know that. And then, obviously, but go look at the rest of the games he didn't play in the second half.
I know he didn't play in the second half of the Utah State game. Washington State, he definitely played the second half. Portland State, I doubt it because they're horrible. Oregon, he definitely played the second half. Georgia Southern, he definitely played the second half. Nevada, he definitely did because that's close. San Diego State, I believe they were giving him carries at the end of that game. So second half. Hawaii, close game, so close-ish. I don't know. I think it's exaggerated, JB. I don't think he sat out as much as you might think.
He always exaggerates. I told you that yesterday. He's an exaggerator. You got to know JB to know that.
Smitty, our factor cap guy don't have the facts or the caps, so we can't take. We can't.
Let's call it the draw. Let's move on. It's all right. It's all right. Draw. We'll move on.
Our factor cap guys is coming in with cap. Well, what kind of show is this?
We don't know what to believe. My shades back on.
Yeah, homie, I thought real show. Today's another blowout. That's the bottom line. I just want to start there. College football quarterfinals preview tonight. Arizona State, Texas. I believe Texas will dominate again. Another team that don't belong. It is what it is, man. Conference champ, get in, but the bye week is what I don't like. We already talked about this. We beat this to a dead horse. I just think you're going to see the proof in the pudding. We saw it last night. Penn State dominated. The line of scrimmages didn't belong in the game last night with Boise and Penn State. What I told you it would have yesterday, it is what it is. Today you're going to see the same thing. Arizona State in the trenches do not belong with Texas. And I think you're going to see another blowout, Smitty. That's just my prediction in that game. I think the only good game is going to be Oregon and Ohio State rematch, which should be the natty. And we're going to be pissed off tomorrow saying that should have been the natty. But what do I know? Because Georgia's going to mud stomp Notre Dame.
I don't think so, man. I think that's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah. I just think that the history is the history, dog.
Who's playing at quarterback for Georgia?
Don't matter.
Georgia just ain't the backup playing?
Back's not playing, I don't think.
The backup's playing. Yeah, I don't know, bro.
Yeah.
I'm with you on Texas, Arizona.
Notre Dame's good on D. Notre Dame's good on D. Notre Dame's good on D.
I'm saying I'm with you on Texas, Arizona State. Like, I'm gonna be real. I do think Texas probably gonna win that pretty handsomely. But shout out to Dillingham. Just he got paid right, a 5-year extension. Shout out to him. I do like him as a coach. Yep. He's turned that program around quick. So shout out to him. I do believe in him as a coach and as a leader. So who knows? We've seen crazier things, but I think at some point though, the talent is just the talent. And I do think Texas is going to win that pretty handsomely. But the other 2 games, though, man, I like, again, Ohio State Oregon is going to be the game of the playoffs. And then I actually think Notre Dame is going to make that that's going to be a grinded, that's going to be probably a low scoring, grinded out game with Georgia. I don't think it's going to be what you think it's going to be. I'm going to be real with you, homie.
Yeah.
Black head coach, like, I think that's going to be different.
Yeah. You can be real with me, but that doesn't mean it means shit to me. It's not fact either. Stop fucking saying it's fact until after the game. Tomorrow, tell me it's fact.
Who?
Today, it's opinion.
Who?
Everybody that says fact. Fact. No, it's not a fact.
Hey, Jimmy used to get so mad when I used to say fact. I used to say that. He used to get like really.
You and Matt. You and Matt, homie.
I'm gonna bring it back to our camera more. I like
it. It hasn't happened yet. It's not a fact. It hasn't happened yet.
Controlling your emotions.
What?
I like controlling your emotions. So now that I know I have power.
Who is the black head coach in the Georgia Notre Dame game?
Huh?
Who has a black head coach in the Georgia Notre
Dame?
Huh?
Notre Dame.
He's black?
Yeah, black and Asian, I want to say.
I thought he was Asian.
Black and Asian, yeah.
That motherfucker wear tight ass pants. I don't know if he's brother though. He's not a brother like one of these brothers.
His name is Marcus, homie. What you talking about? His last name is Freeman.
I know a lot of Asian.
Literally, Freeman, homie. Freeman.
I know a lot of Marcuses that are Asian, homie.
How many Freemans you know?
How many what?
How many Freemans you know that are Asian?
It's not 2 words, homie.
I'm asking.
Why are you saying it like 2 words? Like it's what are you trying to say, homie?
Look at the history, Freeman. I'm asking you how
Freeman
many.
is 1 word.
I know it's wrong word, but think about it, homie. Think about it.
I don't need to think about it.
Think about it, homie. My point is, how many Asians
you weren't
know?
There either. I don't know why you talking about it. You weren't there.
Why you talking about it? Stop pointing your finger at me. Stop pointing your finger at me, homie. It's disrespectful.
Why are you talking about
it? Stop pointing your finger at me, homie. And who you looking at?
My finger's pointing at you right here, homie.
Oh, it ain't. I know that's pointing at me.
Hey, can we talk about this? Can we talk about it's New Year's? Can we talk about this? This Quinn Ewers situation.
What's going on with Quinn Ewers?
They're saying it's tampering's going on. I want to know. We got a guy here. Let's bring our main man in a little early because he's in college football and he's a coach right now. And let's bring Coach Fred on a little early today. Our Alcorn State legend, because we got a lot to discuss. Coach Fred's in the building. Pornhub?
What?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I thought it was Pornhub, homie.
Hold on, JB.
That's the Pornhub.
Hold on. First of all, Happy New Year, Coach Fred. JB, why was that the meat? Like, soon as you saw the shirt logo, 2 seconds within, why did Pornhub come to your head? I'm just curious.
That's the logo, because I was on Reddit last night.
Oh, so you're familiar with Pornhub, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I went on Reddit.
So okay, but I'm asking a direct question. You're familiar with Pornhub?
What?
I don't know what that even is, but it sounds inappropriate. So I'm saying, as soon as he popped up, you just Pornhub. Like you got excited like a little 13-year-old. How you doing, Coach Fred?
After yesterday, you told me about Reddit. I'm sure you told your wife and everybody too. But you told me about Reddit. I went on Reddit and I saw all the OnlyFans things for free on Reddit because you told everybody.
What's Reddit exactly?
I don't know. You told me about it. You broke it down yesterday. So I saw Pornhub. I saw that logo on there as well. That's why I said it.
You got so excited though. Either way, you got excited when you saw you Pornhub. Like Coach Fred, man, how 2025 treating you so far, man?
Man. Chuck Smitty on the mic. I can't beat that.
Fred, you cutting out, Fred.
Chuck Smitty
your mic.
on the mic.
You hear me?
Yeah.
You hear him, Smitty?
Yeah, it was going in and out though at first. I don't know why.
Fred, talk. Fred, let me hear you.
I said Chuck Smitty on the mic in 2025. I said don't get any better.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes,
no
sir.
doubt. Hey, we're talking this Quinn Ewers thing real quick. This tampering situation going on. Are you dealing with that right now in college recruiting as the portal opens and closes? Are you dealing with the same shit? Because Jim Moore at UConn has posted a tweet like, leave my players alone. We're seeing this going on. It's everywhere in shake lines after games. We're seeing it's a very funny, interesting thing because a good friend of mine, Kalani Satake, who just beat the shit out of Travis Hunter in Colorado, a year ago, they show him a year ago, Fred. They show him a year ago talking to some two influential players that are now at BYU. After they played Utah last year, he's over there talking to 2 Usos. And now those 2 players are at BYU this year. And there's a video going around that's viral, and I texted Kalani. That's private. But it's funny, though, like, how this is going. And people are now saying, oh, Kalani did that last year to Utah, his old, where he coached that and under Whittingham, and why would he do that? And you see the comments going crazy. Seems like it's a dog-eat-dog world right now, man. Are you facing the same stuff, or are you doing it?
Yeah, definitely facing it. Not doing it. I don't have the collective to do it. But there's departments, man, in athletics, in Division I's, FBS programs that solely there to watch one AA film. They have 4 or 5 guys, interns, whatever you want to call them, GAs. Their job is solely to watch FCS football. And once they do that, they identify those guys. And it may not be Coach JB, but it's Smitty that's contacting the kid. It may not be Coach JB, but it's Bailey that's contacting the kid. Phone call, DM, IG, whatever. So yeah, it's a real deal. We're dealing with it. Like I said, we don't have the collective backing to be able to go coach somebody. But that's how it feels.
Yeah, here's the deal. Apparently, and this is why, to Bailey's point, that this is the only reason I didn't want to read the whole thing, because no one puts their name on it. Apparently, he's received a $6 million offer to return to college football if he enters the portal. So that's apparently, allegedly, the situation, Smitty, Coach Fred. He's apparently been offered $6 million, but nobody puts a name on it. Who offered him? Oregon, SC, nobody puts a name on it, so nobody knows who offered him. We don't know the situation, but that's apparently the situation. Is it North Carolina? We heard rumors early on when Belichick got the job. Has Tom Brady called Quinn Ewers? There's rumors about that. I'm just saying, we don't know, so we don't know the team that's offered it, but someone's saying if you come back next year, enter the portal, there's $6 million waiting for you. Apparently that's how they're wording it. I just think that's the ultimate. That's where we are in this game. This is a whole nother world, man. This is a crazy business.
I'm not gonna knock him, but because it is what it is. It's this day and age in college football, but $6 million for yours, man.
I wouldn't pay him $6 million in the NFL.
That's what I'm saying. That's what guys are, saying, the heck with it. I'm not guy early. Some guy. Hey
Fred, your audio's bad. Can you restart or exit and come back in, maybe? All right. I'll come back in. Hey Bailey, show what I sent you a minute ago. Auburn females. I put it in the private chat. If you can put it in there real quick. Take a look at this, Smitty, real quick, because this is context to what we're discussing. Okay. You may not know. The chat may not understand what I'm showing why I'm showing this, Smitty. But Norfolk State beat Auburn last night. Women's college basketball. For the audio listeners, women's college basketball. Auburn beat Norfolk.
Norfolk beat Auburn, yeah.
I'm sorry. Norfolk beat Auburn, okay? Where am I going, Smitty, with this? Where do you think I'm going with this?
Well, we're talking about money, and we're thinking about these big-time schools paying these big-time money for these big-time recruits, but they're still losing. Is what I'm assuming, which are where you're going to. But you got Norfolk State, smaller school, smaller program, being in Auburn. So it's like, why are you paying all this money if you still lose? I think that's where you're going. I don't know.
But it's not watered down?
Jason.
I'm just saying, not watered down. Here's the thing, Smitty. Real quick, there's 2 things can be true. Because if you're a Darnell Smith advocate, 2 things can be true. Mm-hmm. Do you know the NIL pay for that Auburn women's basketball team as a total is?
No, tell me.
I don't know. But I know it's a lot fucking more than Norfolk State NIL payout. I know that. That was NIL versus non-NIL. And they got that ass whaps. Again, to my point, you can win doing it the right way in an organic manner. This is, again, homie, how watered down this whole college athletics world is we're living in. Norfolk beat Auburn, homie. There's a fundamental issue going on. You cannot coach these prima donna ass paid prima donna bougie motherfuckers. You give 17 to 21-year-olds a big old bag of money, homie. They think they're grown and run the room. They're not taking correction, criticism, coaching. They're not taking none of it, Smitty. And you can get organic motherfuckers who want to play to buy into the coach and beat that ass. And you saw it last night, homie. It's happening all over, by the way. There may be guys getting a little bit of money here and there, but it ain't overall. Norfolk ain't close to Auburn, Smitty. Let's keep it funky. Don't even fucking go. Don't try to fight that one. We know that at least agreement that the money is clearly not the same, right?
Yeah, 100%. Of course.
Hopefully Michael Vick can do what Dion did and bring some money in Norfolk and do some shit like that. But let's be real. The NCAA and all these other folks that can't see what I just pointed out, to me, is a fucking problem, homie. You can't coach these prima donna paid motherfuckers no more. No fucking way Auburn should lose to Norfolk State ever on this God's green earth, ever. And they did last night. And we continue to see it. In Northern Illinois, Notre Dame. Marshall beat Notre Dame's ass last year. Toledo beat Mississippi State this year. Appalachian State beat North Carolina last year. There's no way. Fred, you came out. I don't know if you're back on, but Smitty was about to go on a topic we just discussed. Auburn lost to Norfolk State last night. And I'm just pointing out that's NIL Premier SEC Auburn versus Norfolk. No NIL. No money institution. I just think you can't coach these motherfuckers no more. I think it's watered down. I think anybody can beat anybody. And if you have a team like Norfolk going into Auburn, why am I paying your coach multiple millions of dollars? Why am I paying your players? If Norfolk, whose head coach makes $100K and the girls get $500, can beat you, why am I paying you millions? I'm just saying, dog. I've been saying it for a long time, by the way.
Maybe 500. I know, guys on our basketball team. Not everybody's getting paid on our basketball team.
Maybe 500. Maybe.
Damn. And we've got some guys on our team, and it's not a big money deal, but there's local restaurants within the Vicksburg, Natchez area that have done things with them. Norfolk is no bigger than, where we are here. So I can't imagine that a team of 15 girls is getting $500. I can't imagine that. So not everybody on that team is getting paid. But
that's crazy.
I'm kind of like you on that thing, Coach JB. Why am I paying Smitty $2 million if you're gonna go out there and allow your girls to be in a dogfight with? And Norfolk's not even at the top of that division when you're talking about basketball.
Well, hold on though. I just want to be clear, and Smitty, I didn't mean to cut you off. I know you're about to talk about that topic. I want to make sure. I want to make sure though that we're clear on this. Auburn also paid them to come play them.
Right.
Bring
the
me
institution.
my money.
Yep.
And Smitty knows this. Smitty was at Ball State having to go play Clemson and fucking A&M.
Yeah.
So like these schools get paid. That's how they make some money from these big time programs. How do you look at the coach as an AD, Smitty, today and say, I pay you $2 million as my women's head basketball coach? Let's do some fact checking, Bailey. Can you find what the women's basketball coach at Auburn makes and bring a factor cap in? So I want to be clear on this one. This is a serious serious one right here. I don't want to fuck around and throw out exaggerations, fucking around like I'm known to do. She makes at least, because Coach O, our girl that I bring on from Ole Miss, I think just got a like $2.5-3 million deal.
Yeah, she makes
at Ole Miss. So I'm sure Auburn's women's basketball coach makes similar, close. I would love to know what the Norfolk State coach makes.
Well,
go ahead, Bailey.
Auburn's coach Johnny Harris, $568,750 in the year of 2024. And then give me 1 second. I'll bring up Norfolk's coach.
So then is Johnny a man? Is that a man or a woman?
That's a female. That's a woman.
So Johnny's a female. coach. She's a female coaching females. She makes $516. That was like Coach Yo at Ole Miss. She was making like $350 actually, and then she just got a big payday. I think Yo's now making like $2 million. So I'm sure this next Coach Johnny is probably going to get that next payday, just like the other SEC women will
if they're successful.
Well, yeah, because Coach Yo took that bottom feeder program and got them basically into the tournament and challenging. So I think that was one of those deals where she.
Honestly, I don't know how good Auburn's women's basketball team is. I don't really feel like I know they're SEC, so we automatically just assume. But Auburn's not one of those. Correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Fred. I don't think Auburn's women's basketball is like a powerhouse, right? Like, no,
I don't think so.
Yeah. So
no.
Yeah, I guess he said she had a big school, but you know.
But nobody, I don't think anybody there coaching a sport, and maybe Bailey can correct me if I'm wrong.
Go ahead, Bailey.
I don't think anybody at one of those SEC schools in a revenue sport is making less than, say, 500 in the revenue sports. Now, the non-revenue, that may be something else, but you're not going to tell me that guy at Norfolk is in the same tax bracket as that, the young lady at Auburn. They're not in the same tax bracket.
The Norfolk State women's head coach, his name's Larry Vickers. He just got an extension, but he makes $178,627. So
there you go.
And I want to know,
he's got to get out and fundraise. He's got to go to that golf tournament. He's got to go basically raise money for his program. He's got to be a steward of his budget. Yeah. He's got so much more to do. So much more.
Bailey, can you also find out how much Auburn paid them, just to see if there might be, I don't know, an average of what D1 Power 5 pay other schools to come see them. I would love to see what they make, because I know there's some women coaches out there making $4 million or $3 million, 3.5. I know what's her name that was at Baylor and LSU now.
Moki.
Yeah, I know she makes at least.
I mean, she's Hall of Fame, so yeah, she,
Yeah, and I know Don's making. I know she making 3.5, 4.
These are national champion winners, though. These are different.
Yo's now in the $2 million range, $3 million range. You got UCLA's number one team. You got what old boy makes at UConn. So.
Oh yeah.
Gino, I mean, all-time great, in my opinion. So it's interesting, man. I just don't know.
I guess not only. So I mean, I agree with you overall. If you getting paid a certain dollar amount, NIL dollars, the expectation should be go out there and dominate and win. You shouldn't get paid millions to lose or whatever the case may be. My only pushback, and I would have to go back and do research and for the last 20 years and look at it, is you mentioned you said Norfolk State should never beat an Auburn. I hear you. For sure, but I feel like every year there's a couple games here and there at every level where it's like, damn, that team beat that, especially in basketball. Because there's so many, it's a lot more games, and basketball is one of those games where it might be a random Wednesday for whatever reason. Your star player had an off night and y'all got upset. Juju Walker has an off night on a Wednesday and y'all lose. Like I see that happen, especially in basketball, more often than even football. So I would like to see, like in 2004. What were the upsets then before NIL? Is all I'm saying.
I've never heard of an HBCU beating an SEC in basketball of any level.
And you might, and maybe you're right. That's what I say. I'll have to go back and look though. I don't want to just say
this ain't the tournament, Smitty. I think you're referring to a tournament
where
regular
season too. Like
but I'm saying like a Florida Gulf
pure dominance of all the lower.
Yeah, but Florida Gulf Coast beating UConn in the tournament is different than an HBCU week 8 in college basketball going there and beating them. It's a totally different thing. You're in the tournament. The tournament's a Wild Wild West. It's round of 64. We finally saw a 16 beat a 1 or whatever, or a 15 beat a 2 not too long ago. So this hasn't been like a normal thing. This is now becoming more and more watered down, in my opinion.
And it's one of those deals where, what you're saying, Coach, is that they call this first part of the season. I know the basketball coaches I know, they call it the money circuit because that's all they're playing is money games. There's no in-conference till after Christmas. Before Christmas, your warm-up is getting your head beat in. Yeah. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, our women went and played out west last year, and I think they went out there for like 100,000.
And I'm just talking about, and I'm not even here to bring up like the college women's. It was just an example. Like Auburn women lost to Norfolk last night, and I'm like, this is NIL versus non-NIL, and I think there's a bigger, deeper dive into it, and that's why I wanted to just when you left the show, I'll bring it up to ask you. And I know you're not at Alabama or something, so we don't know if that's the case or not, but. Noel will be on in like 30 minutes to ask him because he was ending his career when the NIL started at the Power 5. And it's harder and harder to coach guys that are getting paid, man. It's like the NFL. These kids are looking at the coach as if I make more than you. A lot of these kids that are getting paid, the big time ones, are making more than most of the assistants, Smitty, on a roster, on a team.
Sure. GAs for sure.
And you know how hard it is in the NFL to coach a guy that makes double through triple your salary.
I've heard the stories.
You gotta have the it factor. I've heard a lot of crazy stories. You gotta have the you gotta have that it factor that they respect you regardless of the money. They don't look at it as a money. But when they look at you like a TO looking at the wideout coach, being like, man, shut the fuck up. I make $8 million, you make fucking $200,000, you ain't telling me shit. You didn't play as long as I have. I got this and this. You don't never played. You know, all that goes into it. I don't know if you could coach. It's getting out of hand is my point. It's starting to get so far out of reach where now I can't coach you hard. I can't coach you at all. And then when do they just do their own thing, Smitty, on the court? How do we not know? We don't know. I'm just alleging. I'm just saying, as a coach seeing maybe with the possibilities of this, what if Auburn's girls just went rogue last night? I'm like, fuck this. I ain't listening to that. Went straight street on them.
I just don't see that. I think that's just an over exaggeration. I think it's a little far fetched. I think every team has their players and their divas for sure who are making X amount and they probably are acting that way. But I still think majority of the team is going out there. Yes, coach. There's still respect. It's hard again. I'm not in it. I could be 100% wrong. I'm not in it no more. But it's hard for me to believe that I can go to a college team, especially a football team, and majority of the teams out here just nonsense, just not listening to nothing the coach saying, just a shit. Because I'm still seeing like discipline during the game. I'm still seeing the Oregons and Ohio State. These are just quick examples coming to my mind, but I'm still seeing a lot of schools still go out here with discipline and playing well and listening to coaches. So I just think it's a little far fetched to say that all these kids just.
Well, let's keep it going then. Right. Let's keep it going, Smitty. Let's stay on track and keep this segue perfect in sequence because the next topic is to prove my point about this last topic. Jalen Milrose enters the game last night in this fashion. Take a look. He walking in doing a TikTok dance.
The audio listeners, so pregame looks like he's taking some pictures or something. Or a video, I'm assuming for either his IG page or some sort of maybe brand deal. I don't see anything on his hand though, like from like a brand standpoint. So I don't know, maybe just taking a pregame picture. I don't know.
See, this is why I need to get that NIL signed with you guys because I had that to talk to you guys about today. Because I saw that last night, Coach, and I had that, and I got a couple of topics I want to throw you guys' way as well. Yeah. You know, I can't just take the NIL bag and not bring nothing with it. So, you know.
All right, so hold those thoughts because by the way, a lot of your hoodies and a lot of your requests came in, so I got to send them to you. So, because I don't know if you guys were here last week, Coach Fred kind of backdoored me with Bailey on the side. I don't know if he paid Bailey an NIL deal. Bailey, got to learn how to hustle, Bailey. You could have said, hey, I want NIL deal from you, Fred, for me throwing this under Coach JB's nose and fucking him over. So anyway.
Learn a lesson, Bailey. That's a teachable moment, Bailey. Teachable moment.
Hey, so what we were just talking about, though, is this not the point, though? Is this not my point about we're paying these guys and now they do whatever they fuck they want to do? And I know where Smitty's going to go. I already know because Smitty mentioned it last night. We talked privately. But that's not the same as what this is right here. This is about me, a bunch of I, and I can give a shit less about you. I'm just keeping it funky.
See, two things can be true. And I say that, Coach, because I saw that post and I kind of went under it because I wanted to see what what brand was it or whatever. And then there was more and more people under the post that said, this is his pregame deal. This is where, he comes in.
Prayer and all that.
Yeah, says a prayer before he enters the field. If that's true, and if that's something that he does, I'm with it. But to your point, you don't know what that NIL deal that they've signed with somebody else, if it's not a collective deal, because we all know a lot of these aren't name, image, and likeness. A lot of this is just come play for my school, throw you the bag. But a lot of them that have those deals, maybe BMW wanted him to do something, and he had to do something at the bowl game with the background, whatever. And I think if you put the video back up, I think one of those guys was actually in an Alabama hoodie. So that may have been the school, video team or whatever. But to Coach's point, which is why I said two things, a lot of these guys are getting a lot of money, Smitty. And I'm like, Coach, I know how you're going to come in there. Will they sign the contract? They're obligated. They got to do that. Then they got to play. But your obligation, your first and biggest obligations is when you sign that financial aid agreement, scholarship with said university. To me, that should top everything, and that's no longer topping everything. Because at the end of the day, let's be honest, homie, I don't really need your scholarship because I'm making enough to pay my tuition, and I don't live on campus anyway. So, that little $8,000-$10,000 scholarship compared to what I'm getting from Coach. By the way, if Coach want to holler at the Coach JB show, holler at us. I think that'd be a nice little look. But anyway, that means nothing to them anymore, Smitty. I'm just being honest. You have a whole team hit the transfer portal without blinking an eye. What if your son came home, or JB, your son came home and said, you know what, Coach is leaving. I don't know who the next coach is, man, but we all get in the portal. Who is we? No, son. Where we going? First of all, we got a plan? Nah, I think Coach is going to take us down. You think Coach is going to take you with him to the next spot. But that's where we are, and that's why I like Coach JB, because he says it the way that a lot of us want to say it in the coaching profession. Because, at the end of the day, Smitty, you can come out and say something like Coach did UConn, but if he puts a name to it, what is everybody else in the profession going to think about him? Now, he should put a name to it because they directly called out his team. I feel like Coach JB would have put names to it. But if he does it, there's going to be part of the profession that's going to look at him one way as, oh, man, you ain't down for cause. Then there's going to be another part of the profession that's going to text him. No, they're going to call him because they don't want him to have a paper trail of them saying, man, I'm with you. That's 100%. So it's just, damn if you do, damn if you don't. Don't defend it. Go ahead, Smitty.
No, that's a good point. So what I said in the chat yesterday was, this is the part of social media that I actually dislike, because I'm an advocate for social media overall, but there's parts of it that I dislike, and it's the fact that we have too much access to everything. We see everything. To me, this is not a big deal at all. I played football with teammates who had unique routines before the game. They might be on the phone with somebody. Some people might be 100% look like they're locked in, but that's just how they do it. Some people just talking and it looks like they're being immature, but that's how they get loose and they ball out. Some people take pictures. Some people do curls. Some people go phone roll. Some people go outside. Like I've seen it all, and it has no direct connection on how they performed that day. Now, the reason why we're upset, or people are upset, because Jalen Milroe played bad. He had 3 turnovers. So when you connect the dots, it's like, see, if you was locked in for the game, you wouldn't have had 3 turnovers. That's not true. He probably would still had 3. That had no connection at all. That little 5 minutes he spent before the game had no correlation to what he played. But social media, when we see stuff like that, it just looks bad from an optic standpoint. I just think at the end of the day, man, if we didn't have social media, we wouldn't see it, we wouldn't know. You guys are older than me. You guys, I'm sure, got stories like me as well, where if it wasn't yourselves, you had teammates who did all types of different stuff. Pre-game, night before, smoking, all types of, you know it, all types of stories, but the world don't see it, so we don't know. They go out there, they ball out, whatever. Everything's good. But since we see every little thing, every single moment, we judge everything, and we just go at these kids for every single thing we see. Oh, he taking pictures. He not focused. He not locked in. I don't know Jalen Milroe from Adam. I don't know, but I do know overall he's one of the premier athletes of this current generation of college football players. I'm not saying he's a great NFL player. I don't know what he's going to be next level, but in college. He's one of those star talent players. So there's some work being done behind that. He didn't just wake up and just go out there play for Bama and do that. So to say that, I'm not saying you guys are saying it, but people I've seen like online say he's not locked in or he don't work hard. We're just throwing out stuff based upon seeing a video of him taking care of a quick NIL deal, or again, it may not be an NIL deal. It might just be his pregame routine of him praying, and Bama wants to record his pregame routine for some end of the season, end of the year video. We have no idea what was going on, but we all go out there and we give all these opinions based upon a 10-second clip. And I just think that I just think it's not right. I do it too. I'm guilty of it. It's not like I'm pointing a finger. We all do it. It is that I don't think it makes sense. It's not fair to these kids. They get judged for every little thing. And I know I wasn't perfect. And when I was in college, I damn sure know y'all generation because y'all was wild. I know y'all generation was not. If they had cameras and cell phones during y'all generation, oh hell. So we got to slow down with all this. Like, we judge way too much these college kids.
Here's a man. You said very eloquent, very precise, concise, great argument. Overruled. Have you ever seen my cousin Vinny? You ever seen my cousin Vinny? Here's why. What you would have saw with us is shit that they'll cancel though. That's the difference.
All type of shit.
No, you would have saw us fucking scrapping before the game because we got into an argument on a dice game, and homie took off on another motherfucker. Yeah, another motherfucker took off on in the locker room getting their gear on because he stepped on a motherfucker, and then we had to bring all that back together. Before we hit the field, the coach had to rally that shit up. If that was on film, we'd been canceled. That's the difference. This shit we're seeing is like some fugazi weirdo shit, homie. I don't want to see you fucking talking about you before the game. That's the issue I got with this shit. And to your point, Smitty, especially not before you fucking shit the bed and are horrific. You better fucking do that shit after. Start doing it after. Because you were horrible before. And that is what allows us to judge you, though, Smitty, to your point. This is why we judge you. Because you do it preemptive. And everybody sees it. And then you're shitty. I just think we got to
Coach, you're saying it's a look at me thing.
It's all me, dog. And that's just the look of it. Look at it. Why don't I see, Smitty, I want to ask Smitty, why don't I see the D lineman doing it?
Because we don't care about the D lineman. No, because I'm asking the question. Whoever has the phone out, they care about Jalen Milroe because he's the name, he's the popular guy, he's the quarterback. So they want to record Jalen Milroe. They don't care about little Darnell Smith, the 3-star D tackle over there. Let him do everything he wants to do.
That's not
they care about Jalen Milroe. That's why.
Nah, that's not it, homie. That's not it because there's O linemen and D linemen making money. But that's not their what?
They're not the stars though. You know how this game goes. You play quarterback. Y'all the prima donna. Y'all the popular. I get it. Y'all got the red jersey. Y'all soft. Y'all get all the attention. That's what like quarterbacks have always been that. Like that's what it is. So, like y'all always get all the attention. The deep tackles who are balling out, who are the O linemen who are really the reason why the team is good. They never get the love.
That's not true, man. We had a allowance or not to do it from the head coach or from our own fucking parents or from some sort of mentor. It just seems lost to me. These cats seem like they're doing whatever they want because they're getting paid. We'd have loved to be paid, Smitty. You would have loved to be paid when you played. I would have loved to be paid. You and I know each other's integrity at the end of the day. We can say what we want to say about all this other shit. But you weren't going to do anything that put anyone in your circle at harm's way. Your mama, your daddy, how they raised you, your coach, a word your coach gave you or told you what to do, how to do it. You weren't going to put that at risk. That's not anymore. There's no way you're telling me Jalen Milroe does that with Nick Saban, homie? Fuck no.
I'd like to see video if it was.
Did Nick Saban not coach Jalen Milroe last year?
He did.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would like to see video if that was his routine last year. I would like to see that as well.
Why did I never see it?
That's a good point. Saban probably didn't allow it. But to your point, though, if Coach DeBoer allows it, then why am I mad at the player? if I'm a player, I say, hey, Coach
I'm not
Brown.
mad at the player.
Hey, Coach Brown, real quick, I got this little, NIL deal with Chevy. It's literally going. All I gotta do is take a picture in front of the stadium before the game. Is that gonna be an issue if I do a picture? If Coach Brown says, no, it's just a picture, all right, take a picture and get back with the team. Okay, cool.
You know why I say it? No, it's not about the play. Why are we mad at the player? It ain't even about that. I'm saying Saban wouldn't have allowed it because of the actual outcome that we just witnessed. There's a possibility that my team gets their ass whipped today.
So for clarity, JB, if you would have balled out, you saying you wouldn't mind this then. Is that what you're saying? For clarity?
No, I'm saying do it after, regardless, because then you ain't either going to do it because you're humble, or you showed everybody you balled and you deserve to do it. This is what's happening. We're doing shit before. We're putting what do they say? The horse before the cart.
The cart before the horse.
Coach Fred Coach Fred said he read the comments. Again, none of us right now, we're just all guessing. But you said you was going deep in the comments, and a lot of people were saying this is literally what he does every single game. He prays. So if that's the case, I think this whole argument.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's why I said two things can be true.
None of it matters.
Hold on, Fred. Before you go though, that's not the argument. The argument is why I didn't see it with Nick Saban.
Right. Before, that's why I said two things can be true.
Yeah. If he did it every day, homie, why didn't I see it last year with Nick Saban? That's the argument. Because Nick Saban didn't fucking allow this idiot to show it before the game started. That's my point. That's the argumentative point of this thing. It's not about if he does it every year, then so what? He might have did it last year, Smitty. He might have did it, but Saban didn't allow that shit to fucking go public.
Well, let's blame the guy who recorded it. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. Whoever recorded it.
No. You're not getting my point. What if they did record it last year every day too? My point is Saban controlled when it came or didn't go out is my point. That's what I'm saying.
Energy control.
Yeah, DeBoer's like, fuck it. And look at the games they've lost. Now you got Alabama cats coming out, which I disagree with, Paul Feinbaum and these other guys today. Hey, Bailey, go members only. Talking about Smitty, I got to eat crow. Alabama didn't belong. I don't agree with that either, because we all know, Smitty, you and I and Coach Fred all know that that's not the Alabama team that would have played in the playoff. That's not the Florida State team last year versus Georgia that would have played in the playoff. We know these guys are deflated. Georgia last year had a point to prove why they got left out of the playoff. And they were going to smack whoever it was. Florida State happened to be a team with 60 guys that didn't play. So it was a fucking 70-0 whatever. This Alabama team had 3 losses, one to Vandy, one to fucking Oklahoma, who's 6-6. We argued the whole time they didn't belong from gate. But they clearly show up to this game, and now we're going to talk about they didn't belong. I don't agree that this is the same team. This ain't the team that would have win.
No, and then that was my next thing to you guys, which kind of went to the same thing that we were just talking about with Milrose. They, in my eyes, and I'm asking your opinion, they look like a team, and he looked like a kid that really did not want to be there. And I'm one of the ones that's always saying that every bowl game matters. As long as you're playing, they're keeping score, they're popping popcorn, every game matters. But to me, sitting there watching it, he looked like a kid that really did not want to be there, and he was only playing to keep the flack away or the fuss away from him about, opting out, whether he was coming back, he was entering the portal, whatever it was. Is that the same look you guys had?
It's tough, man. The thing about Jalen Milroe for me, though, like watching him throughout the season, to me, he's been up and down just all season, though, Coach. You know what I'm saying?
His body language is just absolutely. Coach JB talks about this all the time. His body language after he skipped a couple throws, it was just like, freak y'all looking at me for?
Right. No, I know what you mean. I did see that a couple times, throughout that game, and that could be it. I don't know. Maybe I'm so built different. It's hard for me to just think that players are thinking that way, but I guess they are. But I'm just thinking, like, at the end of the day, if I'm Alabama, we still playing Michigan. Like, I don't care what type of year, what their record is. It's Alabama, Michigan. Like, historically, that's big time football. You know what I'm saying? Like, this two legendary, schools. So I just would hope that as a player, to your point, Coach Fred, at the end of the day, this is film too. Let's say you're a selfish player. Even if you're selfish, okay, cool. But this is still film that if I'm trying to get to the next level, they looking at this. So I need to go ball out. So like whatever your motivation is, whether it's selfishly, it's for the team, it's for the whatever you can grasp that from, I just would believe that you would want to go out there and put your best foot forward and ball out. It's hard for me to believe that the players just gonna be so nonchalant to where they don't care about nothing. They don't care about next level, they don't care about the team, they don't care about they just out there just to be out there. That's just
I got two things. If I was a commissioner of college football, number one, I would implement a must-play bowl game, but I'm going to make it worth their while. I'm going to give it's going to be like that in-season play-in for NBA. The whole team will get paid a certain dollar amount if you win, and if you lose, you get half. Yep. But you're all going to get paid. So play the goddamn games. Now we got to pay you to play, which is fucking what it is anyway. It's pay for play.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pay you to play a bowl game that we call meaningless. If you don't start doing that, you're not going to have any sort of real competitive juices flowing, in my opinion, in these bowl games that we're watching that are just like hard to watch. Let's be honest. They're horrible games. It's not a fun – I haven't watched a real good game yet. So I'm just looking at it like, all right, you better give them an incentive. I think Smitty mentioned it yesterday. And I played arena football where it was only incentive-based. So I could lose money that game or I could win money that game. If I threw 3 picks, I lost $500. If I threw 3 touchdowns, I gained $1,500. Whatever the incentive was. Right. That's what it was for me. But so I'm all for incentives, but that's the incentive. The team gets $1 million. All right. I mean, that ain't shit. That's a drop in the bucket for what they're paying these schools to go to these big bowl games. So that's number one. I would do that and implement that shit if I was that thing. If I'm that commissioner, I'm just telling you that's one thing that needs to happen.
The schools, I'm with you. I think the schools should do that. You all making money, yeah. If you want to be competitive, if it means anything, but to me it means something. And then speak what you speak. Just talking about with the arena league. You quarterbacks had a different incentive base, but as a two-way, we had a different incentive base. But as a whole team, we had the win bonus. As the whole team, we had the win bonus. So that meant, hey, man,
per diem was better on travel the next week. The per diem was better per player.
Hey, get your ass in gear. Let's go. We're trying to get this win bonus.
19 guys going to Hawaii 2 or 3 times a year. It was unbelievable. The best time of my life was Arena League. We had 19 dudes. No backbiting, no hating. There was all 19 dudes. Everyone knew who it was, what it was. It was fun shit. I got to ask you guys.
I'm liking it, and I'm glad. And we're spinning off into different topics, which is what I have for you, Coach. But I think the NIL is turning into what ruined the Arena League. The Arena League was the best thing ever until they started paying you quarterbacks, and it was just you quarterbacks.
You're right.
Crazy amount of money, and then everybody started to find out. Wait a minute. My base pay is $2,500 a game, and JB is making $5,000 a game, $4,000. We're on the same team.
That's what it was.
The quarterback in Arizona is making close to $8,000 a game.
Nah, they when I was in LA, man, with Russell Shaw, Boo Shaw, a couple of buddies of mine that were former and played Michigan Rams, great receiver. He was a receiver in LA. Graziani had signed, Tony Graziani in LA when LA played at the Staples, when the Staples just had been open a few years, and it was packed house. That was unbelievable. And they gave him like 10. They gave him like 10 grand a week, homie.
And everybody on the team is now like, when that information started to get out, the league.
Yeah, because Russell Shaw's salary took a dip, and the other cat, and people started noticing, and that's what you're seeing in locker rooms now with college football.
Yes, that's what I'm going for.
I'm getting cussed out the same though.
Yeah, that's what I'm going with it.
Yeah.
So, and my thing to Smitty is, how long can you keep it going to where you've got 5 guys that are making, and I'll just say 6 figures, and then you got everybody else with a local restaurant deal and making $3,500, and expect those other 250 to continue to go along with it when I'm out there at 230 and 90-degree heat, just like he is, but it ain't the same.
Well, you got to play better. That's life. Like, I don't understand that at all. Play better. I mean, we've always had big time players under the table get all types of Hummers and big time money and certain perks. You're not there.
It was under the table.
Yeah, but it was over the table as far as the teammates knew what was going on. In the locker room, we knew so and so was getting this, that, and the third. In the locker room, we see the damn Hummer out in front of your house.
Hold on.
On campus on Worcester Boulevard.
Ain't that some street shit though?
We're not dumb. We saw it.
But hold on, though. That's some street shit, Smitty.
Go out there.
That's some hood shit, though.
Get those perks. I don't understand that.
That's some hood shit, though.
I'm over here
shit.
counting Coach Fred pockets. Go play better, Smitty. Fuck you calling for? That's life. That's
you got it all fucked up.
Guard, and I'm mad. Damn, Jalen Milroe got a deal. He the quarterback. What are we talking about? Duh.
This is not pro. This is college athletics.
But regardless, listen, it's different now. So we got to erase what it used to be and understand this is what it is now. College players make money. Boom. So if I'm in college, I'm thinking like, okay, if I ball out and I'm a star player, I could potentially make, 6 figures. Let's call it that. But if I'm average, middle of the pack, I'm just like a starter who's a good player, but I'm not all that, I should not be expecting quarterback money. That's just common sense. And if these 17
throwing the ball to me though,
or that's stupid, then that's another problem.
But he's throwing the ball to me though. I'm not talking about NIL. He gets a collective deal. He's throwing the ball. JB's throwing the ball to me.
Are you a star wide receiver?
I'm the number 1, number 2 receiver on the team.
Top bread Tootie, and you're good.
No.
Travis Hunter, you're good.
No. I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
Let me spin it the other way though, because the whole context, I think we spun it out of control. The context is the locker room is 85 guys, Smitty. Coach Saban walks in and is motherfucking everybody. We're losing at halftime, and we're looking around at each other, and we know you get $3 million, you get $300, I get $200. I'm already in the portal. He's leaving for the portal. We're not about to get cussed out every day when I don't make shit and you make $3 million and you're the one fucking up, and I'm over here sweating and bleeding. And I want to start there. That is what I'm discussing anyway. This is what I've been told by Sark and other guys. It's hard to manage a locker room when that is known now. What Smitty just said was the same thing, but prior, when we were getting under the table money. Under the table money became a hood. It's hood shit. It's some snitch ass shit if you bitching about my pockets and you checking my pockets. Right. Before, we were, hey, dog, good shit, homie. Because that was homie love shit.
Right. That's
that ain't it no more. That ain't it no more. Totally different, Smitty. No, but you're not. That's totally different now, though. This ain't it no more. We knew, because you saw the bad bitch I had and the car I had, we knew we got it from Rulululu under the table. We were celebrating that as men, not bitches, crying and snitching on each other. Now, in a snitch-ass cancel culture world we live in, people know what you make, and now it's out there. I don't got to be a snitch no more. I could be a snitch and enter the portal. I'm snitching. It's allowed now to snitch because I go on Twitter and call you a bitch without getting slapped in the motherfucking face because I know I'll never get hit when I call you a bitch. So that is the world we're in now. That's what I'm saying. It's a totally Eric Dickerson at SMU getting paid under the table driving Kit Knight Rider car around in the 80s. It's totally different. I mean, cats are like, hell yeah, ED. We know, oh boy gave you that cheese. Now, nah, it ain't the same, dog. It's a whole nother ballgame. That's why this, in my opinion, is a totally different discussion to be had, because I think we're losing, to Fred's point, how long can this last when the locker room is not the same?
When y'all say how long can this last, what do y'all think it'll lead to? Like, I think players gonna stop playing, or like
we're seeing it. It's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Mass exodus every year. 60 guys leave Marshall in one fucking semester. So they don't even play their bowl game. Like, that's my point. This is bad for football, homie. I gotta put a team in that don't deserve to play in a bowl game. First of all, the team that don't deserve to play in a bowl game now has to get guys rallied up to practice to play a team. And the team that was supposed to be playing Marshall, the team that wanted to play Marshall is now like dejected, like, we got to play who? Louisiana Tech? It's 5-7? I'm just saying it's bad for football, man. Fred, before you get out of here, I want to bring in our main man, OC extraordinaire, former NFL and college football guru, Noel Mazzoni, to chime in on this. Noel?
Happy 4th of July. Oh, no, wait. This would be New Year's.
Happy New Year, man. Merry Christmas.
Mazzoni. You've been around for a long time, Coach. A long time.
Hey, what are you circling? What are you circling, Noel? Like the 80th year around the sun or whatever?
Well, you're a real comedian this year. Right? I thought your New Year's resolution, you're going to be nice to me this year.
No, that's fucking Smitty. Smitty's fucking nice. Hey, Noel, I don't know if you got to hear any of that conversation, but
that's Smitty. Hey, 2025 looks so bright for Smitty. He's got to wear his shades.
Come on now.
Hey.
Hey, Noel.
Man.
What?
Hey, no, you were leaving the NIL era right when it started at the 4-year at the Power 5 level. Are you seeing? Did you see, or do you talk to guys that know what we're discussing here? Coach Fred's at Alcorn right now. He's dealing with this. Jim Mora, a good friend of yours, tweeted out the other day, "Stop fucking tampering with my guys. Why are you tampering with my players at UConn after they beat North Carolina in a bowl game?" Are you seeing the locker room being a huge disparity as to when Noel Mazzoni walks in and motherfucks the whole offensive line and the quarterback and everybody in the room, and then they're looking around like, well, that motherfucker makes $3 million and he's the one fucking up. I make $100 a day or a week, and I'm going to enter the portal now. It's not the same because all the ass chewings and everything is just, we know everybody's dollar amounts they're making. We know that it's not equal. Do you see that being a big problem? Because I've talked to Sark and everybody about these, and they're like, it's definitely an issue, man, when Saban walks in and rips the whole team, but the dollars ain't the same. And I'm going to enter the portal now. I'm not going to get cussed out like that. Before, Smitty's argument, before you and I we'd pay you under the table and nobody knew, so we didn't give a fuck. Now it's everybody knows, so that's my point.
Yeah, but you know, the old saying is there was back in those days, the old SEC days, there was honor amongst thieves, right? Now there ain't nothing; it's a free for all. So how do you all of a sudden? How are you going to battle today at Texas? And you know, Quinn Ewers is talking about $6 million on the table somewhere. I mean, here's the thing: is we're going to say, "Oh, it's just like the NFL. It's just like the NFL." Yeah, the NFL is all about the money. I get it. Right? But at least the NFL has structure. At least you know if you're the starting left tackle, what you should be paid. If you're a second-round pick, what you should pay. If you perform and you have a 3-year deal, hey, you get a better rookie deal. You know, you have a rookie deal. At least they have structure. There is no structure in this whole deal. Right, Coach? It's just whatever. It's crazy.
That's a great point. I never thought about it like that. That's a great point.
Well, no, I was because I this morning I'm like, how is Sark addressing you, or as if this rumor is true, as I get ready to play Arizona State and go and win a national title, and my quarterback in the back of my head is not fully invested in me. Like, how am I leading my team to battle today and going out there to win a natty, and I got a guy that's shopping on the job? Like, I'm trying to figure that out. And Smitty, you're the youngest one here. Please give us some insight, because you are in a natty and there's rumors that you're getting shopped and bought on the dark web. Let's just call it that. And because we don't know who it is. So we're going to assume it's a dark web out here offering $6 million to come back to college and come to my school next year. Why would you not go back to Texas for the guy you're playing for right now in a natty? Or for a natty. This shit is crazy. This is the point I'm making about this is just unsustainable, to Coach Fred's point. It's getting out of hand.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Right now, I mean, to all our knowledge, right now, it's just an alleged offer. I don't think we heard anything about Quinn is leaning towards doing it, or it's more how realistic it is. So if I'm
who cares?
I'm like, just talk You said what, Coach?
It's out there. If I'm his teammate, I read it. I knew it. And I don't even know
it came from somewhere. It came from somewhere.
Right?
No, for sure. But I'm saying if I'm Coach Sark, yeah, I mean, I guess you ask him about it. But I mean, at the end of the day, after this season, I mean, to all knowledge, I thought Quinn Ewers was going to definitely go the NFL route anyway. So, and to my knowledge, he's leaving Texas anyway. So at the end of the day, I guess as a head coach, talk to him, make sure he's locked in on this game. But there's not much you can do. There's not much you can actually do.
Not much you can do.
To your point, it's like
I was asked because this is after my time. Really, I never dealt with it. So I was talking to Taylor, and he about recruiting. I said, "How do you recruit and all that?" He says, "Well, first of all, nobody recruits high school kids anymore. So is there going to be a gap, Coach, when?" Like we have this pool of players in college right now, and where everybody's swapping players and moving here and all that. Nobody's bringing in a high school kid to groom or to develop. Okay, because they're kind of on a back burner right now. You maybe sign 10 or 12 of them or whatever. All of a sudden, this group is going to move on. Is there going to be this gap of kids, right, that have been playing ball that all of a sudden are back inners, or will it just keep perpetuating itself? I don't know. You deal with it.
Yeah, I think, and to what you're saying, and what Coach has been saying the last couple of weeks, we had a high school, and it was me recruiting the kid out of Florida. I won't say where. All in, begging us to take him, and then this rule comes out, and then all of a sudden, well, Coach, I think I'm going to go the JC route. So that's one of those deals where if that rule stays in place, exactly what you're talking about is going to happen, because now you've got people telling these kids, why go to Alcorn when you can go to Coach JB, Last Chance U for 2 years and not count against you.
Right.
Everybody in the country comes and recruits Coach JB kids. In that worst case scenario, they don't come get you. You can always go back to Alcorn. That's a real thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a real thing. And like I said, dealing with that right now, because everybody at first was like, you got to take high school kids, and you try to do it, and then this rule comes out, and all of a sudden everybody's crawfishing back. Well, I think our better option would be to go to said JC, that kind. And we talking about qualifiers, not kids that need to go to JC. We're talking about qualifiers that are saying this now, which leads me to my last question on the way out to all of y'all. And it kind of goes back to the show the other day, Coach JB. There are kids out here now, Coach, that have NIL agents in high school down in the great state of where I'm from in Florida. These agents are guys that have been to anybody's law school, college, or whatever. I think back in the day, you had to, went to somebody's law school, college, whatever, to be an agent. You don't have to do that anymore. So we've got the barber that's now representing Smitty on behalf of his mother, and he's advising this kid what to do. So my thing, and it kind of goes back to the show the other day, Coach JB, on the way out. If Coach JB's still in it, if Coach is still in it and you're dealing with a quarterback and you see this money, are you in it now as the agent, or how are you guys handling that? Because right now, that's what's taking over. It's not even an agent about the NFL anymore. It's an agent about the NIL. And that's where we're at.
Great topic, because
that's unbelievable, Coach. So like even Taylor was telling me that, I go, how do you recruit now? I go, like in the old day, right? Man, you get on the road, you grind, I go sign my 25 guys. Here's the guys, I make the home visits. He goes, no, he goes, the head coach, the head of the collective, and the agent of the player are these guys recruiting now. Assistant coaches, you go, like, he says, all we do is find a kid and give the name to those guys, and they sign the kids.
No, I posted a tweet last week that went crazy because I got inside information from a coach at a big school. And no, I'll tell you off the air, I forgot to tell you about it, but I posted a tweet as a what-if scenario. Now listen to this. I said, are you ready for this? Because this is what I've heard firsthand. several buddies in the coaching profession have reached out to me regarding JUCO prep, is what we're going to call it, what Fred was just talking about. Going forward, the street agents and these bottom feeders are now beginning to spin their wheels and find the latest hustle that they can spin with these kids. This could be it right here. The new approach from the 5-star high school kid is apparently this. I'm not going D1 out of high school. I'm going JUCO prep, which we'll call J prep for the scenario of the drill. And I'm going to get an agent who will pay them under the table with NIL deals for those 2 untimed years Fred was just talking about. Then the agent will hold a pro day with pro scouts after 2 years of untimed JUCO to see what their possible draft status would be. If they are first or second round projections, they will then declare for the draft and already have an agent in place. Then they'll go play 1 year at D1 to fulfill the 3-year out of high school rule to go to the league. And then that D1 will have to pay astronomical amounts of money to get a one and done. So my wheels start spinning, Noel. Well, shit, I'm going to go get a goddamn job again and charge $1 million to these collectives and these other institutions to say, now Sark or Lane has to pay me $1 million to get that kid for the 1 year.
Come to Scottsdale and let's just start our own team over here.
Hey, I heard Arizona Western and them are trying to come back.
Why wouldn't you? We should just grab one of these JC jobs and just start calling kids and say, hey, you don't get your big deal, come play for us.
I'm just saying is that
come play for us?
Yes.
Or come play for us. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, it's going to be interesting. Wild, wild west times 10, man. I don't get it. Fred, man, appreciate you, man. You can stay in if you want. We're going to watch some film here. We got some new NFL film and stuff. So, oh, yeah, got you. And I'll be sending you that other stuff this week.
We on, baby.
How many weeks have you heard that, Coach? Coach, how many weeks have you heard that?
Hey, this is January 1, Coach. It's January 1, Coach. I'm gonna take it as true. I'm gonna take it as true, Coach.
Jebby, what is it?
Appreciate you guys, man.
All right,
Happy New Year, man. Appreciate you guys. Hey, Smitty, before I go, man.
All past transgressions are forgiven.
Yeah.
That's what they say in the song, right?
Yeah.
Smitty, before I go, pull the shades down just a little bit. All right, it was a hell of a night. I like it. I'll let y'all, man.
All right, later. No, we got some film. We're going to do it in a different manner, Smitty. Smitty, we're all going to chime in on this one, okay? So listen, Noel and I talked, and we didn't talk to our co-host of the show. We don't need you to know.
Got you. Makes a lot of sense.
So you're going to be the defensive lineman and the defensive coordinator for the sake of the drill. Noel and I are going to watch some NFL film from some last few games, some nice games, and we're going to go through and kind of I'm the head coach and Noel's the OC.
Got you.
And we're going to break down a game as we drive down the football field on scenarios.
Let's do it.
Hey, let me go back and make a point on film, JB, real quick.
Yeah.
Like that's really like your tweet was right on, I thought. I mean, why not? Right? And so talking with Taylor, I go, okay, here's my question I have on all this, right? About evaluation. How are you evaluating these portal guys? Right?
Yeah.
I mean, just because you're the backup quarterback at a Division I school or the backup left tackle at a Division I school or something does not mean that you can come to be the starter at another Division I school, right?
Right.
So he goes, the only way you can evaluate now is PFF. Right. So now a kid has to have film on PFF. You got to sit down and watch a PFF because you can't. You got to go back and you got to do all your research or watch him when he was in high school or whatever and try to gather information on that. So thinking, man. So now the product is getting right. What about the product that you're signing? You're watering down the product.
Right. Nah, for sure.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm just telling you, Coach. I don't know. Coach, I got to ask you, right before we show some film, I wanted to get your predictions as we got a BetUS is powering our predictions for today's New Year Day bowl games, college football playoff. We got to get some predictions on record real quick. Smitty, let's start with the morning game, Texas, Arizona State. Noel, right there in your backyard. Kenny Dillingham received a 5-year extension. Pat Perez was happy. He texted me last night. He talked to Kenny. You're right there in the great state of Arizona. Arizona State's the higher seed in this game. This is Texas, though, favored in a 2-score game, minus 13, over under 52.5. I predicted the Penn State game last night, Coach. I don't believe that some of these teams belonged in the playoff. I thought Penn State would dominate as they did. I think Texas dominates today as well. Up front is just too much for Arizona State up front, in my opinion. O-line, D-line. Arizona State hasn't seen anything like Texas. I think Texas beats them by 2 scores at least. Smitty, where you at with it?
Yeah, I actually agree. I'm looking at it like a 42-17 type of game. I think I take the over, and I like Texas to win and cover the spread.
Coach?
I agree. I mean, I love Kenny, love what they're doing. I mean, I don't think they haven't had to deal with a defensive front like UT's got. I mean, they got some man dogs. They got some man boys out there that are ballers. They don't have to do a lot on defense because they're so good. They kind of live off of the Scatterboo kid, who's a hell of a player. Yeah. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough making run yards, I think, against that defense. So I think for ASU to be in it, that's going to always come down like it usually does, the quarterback creating some plays with his legs. He's a good runner, but they got cats that can chase him down. That's not a Big 12. That's not a Big 12 defense they're playing against right there. I'd love to see it going close. I'd love to see it stay because now I'm talking with my heart, right? Yeah. Love those guys. They've done a great job at ASU, but I just don't see how they can just maintain, and Sark will have something up his sleeve on offense. So, yeah, I got to go with Texas.
And Jimmy's and Joe's, not the X's and O's at the end of the day, huh? And Jimmy's and Joe's today.
Yeah, it's Jimmy's and Joe's today. Yep.
The second game, which arguably Oregon's, I think Oregon got screwed in this selection committee pick. They're the number 1 team, the only undefeated team. They beat 3 teams that are currently in the college football playoff, Noel. And they get rewarded by playing Ohio State, who could have, honestly, arguably the most loaded roster in college football. They've already played. Oregon beat them on the edge at the buzzer, basically, by 1. Lanning used a great rule that they changed later in the same week with the substitution rule. Took advantage of that. They beat Ohio State in a divisional matchup. Now it's for all the marbles to go forward. I think Oregon should. I wish this game wasn't being played today. I wish this would be the national championship, if so be it. But Ohio State, is minus 2.5. The over/under is 55.5. Smitty, where are you leaning at this in the Rose Bowl right here in Pasadena? Where are you at?
Ooh, you said 55.5?
Yep.
Man. Last time they played, it was 32-31. I'm going to go with the over, and I like Ohio State, man. I'm big on Ohio State. I know they lost against Michigan. Everybody was, we had people arguing, saying they shouldn't even make it in the 12-team playoffs. My eyes work. I think Ohio State at their best is one of the best teams in the nation, and I think they get their get back against Oregon. I'm taking I'm going to take the over, and I like Ohio State to win, money line.
Wow. I agree with you, man. I think this ought to be the national championship game. I love this game. This will be a great one to watch. Ohio State, the Michigan debacle is kind of like the Detroit Lions and Campbell when they got beaten. He said that's the best thing that could have happened to him going into the playoffs. Yeah. And they come out the next week and just scored 10 straight touchdowns or whatever the hell they did. Yeah. It was kind of the wake-up call. You know what it is? It's just the playoffs. It's like the NFL. It's all about, get a little momentum going, and I think that game at the Ohio State, that first-round game, helped Ohio State into this game where Oregon didn't get that first-round game. Them being an 8 seed that's undervalued. Okay, I think this one goes down the wire. I think there's a lot of points scored in this game, and I like Dan Lanning, like both these teams, like Chip, like all these guys, right? And I think Ohio State comes out with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder, like, hey, we got punched in the mouth, but we're kind of some bad boys here. So I like them. I like it going down the wire, but Ohio State on this one.
Can't wait for that one.
I'm going to go with Oregon, man, and this is why. I'm going to use the Washington-Oregon history lesson that we got last year when Washington beat Oregon twice and had to beat them the second time to continue to go on and go forward. I think this is a very similar situation. I think Oregon figures it out and beats Ohio State for the second time, just like Washington beat them last year. Oregon knows how it is to be on the other side. I think Oregon's going to put this together and figure a way to beat Ohio State a second time. And I think Oregon's going to prove they're the best team. They're undefeated, and that's what Dan Lanning's going to have to do with his guys to shut the naysayers up. That he's too young, he's not ready to take the next step, blah, blah, blah. Well, this is that time for Dan Lanning and Oregon. I got 3 coaches on that staff. They coach for me at Indy. Dan's took them, and they're doing a great job. I think Oregon gets it done. Unfortunately, I wish they weren't playing this game today, but it is what it is. And the last game, I'm going to take Oregon in this one, and I'm going definitely over 55.5. I'm going to take Oregon on the money line. Georgia, Notre Dame, Coach, I'll start with you. I think Georgia mollywops them just because the history lesson that we've seen Notre Dame play SEC schools in big-time BCS formatted games in the past, from Coach Kelly to Coach Freeman. I think that Georgia does the same. Even with a backup QB, I think Georgia's just going to show them up front that they're different. Georgia -1 is the line, and it's over-under is 45.5. These are 2 of the greatest defenses in college football this year. Notre Dame's really playing well the last 10 weeks, 11 weeks. It's a pick-me game, in my opinion, Smitty. But Noel, I'll start with you. You like Georgia or Notre Dame today?
Yeah, I like even with Carson Beck out, they're just so talented, and they got that SEC speed, which I don't know. You're right. And Notre Dame's defensive front solid, Georgia's defensive front solid. So it comes down to who's going to make the plays on the outside. Notre Dame does got a running back that's got a little speed.
Jay Love, nice.
Love that kid. I agree. It's like, man, flip a coin. I think this could go down anyway, but I got to say that Georgia's been there. They know what to do. They've, Kirby does a great job. Both these guys, I'm going with Georgia.
This is tough right here. I'm taking the under. I know that. I'm taking the under. What do you say? You said Georgia's favorite by what, JV?
1.
Damn. That's so tough. This is a pick-me game. You know what? I'm from Indiana. I'm going with Notre Dame. I like Notre Dame in the upset, man. I just feel like,
I love it. I love the loyalty. Smitty.
You know what I'm saying, man? I feel like Notre Dame is rolling. Notre Dame's been rolling, though. I know they had that bad, loss to Northern Illinois early in the year. But since that point, they've been rolling. They've been looking really good. You guys mentioned how good the defense is looking. They got the running game. I think they control the clock, keep it low scoring. Like you said, Beck is out.
There's the only thing that there's just like kind of the kids in the back of my mind about Notre Dame is they live so much on this Leonard kid running.
Yeah.
Ball, right? I don't know how great their passing game is with him. But he does make some plays running the ball, but he got some speed chasing him now.
Yeah.
No, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, you're right. He does. It's going to be interesting. I don't know, man. I'm leaning towards Georgia though, just because of history lesson. I actually every time Trent Richardson comes on and talks about that, I believe him, and he's proven it right every time. They just can't get over that hump and get that out of their mindset of beating an SEC team in a big-time game. So I'm going to go with Georgia just continuing it, in my opinion. So
I'm going to bet US and make a $25 little parlay bet on everything we just talked about and see what happens. I'm feeling lucky. It's the first of the year.
Hey, I'm with you. I'm down to see it. But head on over to BetUS today and use the promo code Coach JB. Get you 150% bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. So use our promo code and go make those bets today.
I'm going to get a little side bet with you on the whole deal. I'm going to bet you my paycheck from the Coach JB show.
Okay.
I'm going to bet you my whole paycheck. All right. I'm taking Georgia. Okay.
All right.
You taking Georgia to win the whole thing?
No, to win the whole thing. No, I'm taking. I'm taking Ohio State to win the whole thing.
Are you?
Me and Coach Mazzoni, great minds think alike. See, when I said that, the chat called me, "Oh, Darnell doesn't know football. He's stupid. He's young." Coach Mazzoni says it. Now that brings credibility to my take. So I appreciate it.
I still think all that shit is right about you.
Thanks.
So, hey, real quick, Noel, before we end it with some film, we'll get you out of here on this new year. I appreciate you coming in. I got to ask you, have you ever been in a scenario that happened yesterday? And I know you and Brett know each other. Brett and I know each other for a long time. Billima. I do not know Beamer, Shane. I know the dad. I don't know the young kid, the son, head coach South Carolina. They got into a little scuffle yesterday. I don't know if you saw this, but Billima came out and was taunting Shane after an injury. And Lane Kiffin's been in the news. We've got all these guys in the news this year about the fake injury that's going on. Noel, you and I used to coach this to save a timeout. I used to give the cutthroat and a guy fall so I could not use a timeout and save that timeout. We all used to do it. Now it seems to be a little more prevalent out there. But yesterday, this happened. I don't know if you got to see it or not. Have you ever been in this scenario with two head coaches at the 4-year level going at it like that on the football field?
I don't think I have. I don't think and then Shane went off. Now, Beamer went off a little bit on him. Got kind of pissed. So I don't know what Brett said on his way over there. I mean, I get you're the head coach, right? You get one of your players goes down, you go want to check, and if it looks serious, hey, is he all right? Right? Because you're concerned now. Now, who knows what Brett had up his sleeve? But obviously, he said something.
I heard what I'm understanding, and I don't know if Bailey can come in and he knows better than me because he sent it me last night when it happened. What I understand is that it was over a fair catch signal. Apparently, what the kid did on the fair catch or something like that, and then Brett went out there and kind of did that, taunting Shane like, "Fucking do it or don't do it, you fuck it." Like, and I heard it. That's how I heard it got out of hand. So,
and that's what Beamer is. He's a special teams guy.
Yeah, hell yeah. So I've been dealing with him since.
Hey, don't you know your own rule? Don't you know the rules? Can't you coach your guys? I don't know. I don't know what happened. Right.
That's what exactly.
But then I thought it was funny, JB. It was like, as a coach, right? And then there's like the next offensive series, Beelman, they run out like 18 tackles. 18
slow, too.
And the other guys.
And he slow played him.
And he slow played him. Then he lined up like old everybody in tight and just said, "Okay, you want to be like that? Let's play Smash Mouth." Right?
And Shane couldn't substitute on defense because Brett had like half the O line out on the numbers, Smitty, and then he didn't know who the fuck was coming in the game, what personnel group. So now Billima's fucking with him because Billima's a line guy, so he's fucking with him. I thought it was great banter. I don't know. Go ahead, Bailey. What's the situation?
So basically what happened, an Illinois player was down on the South Carolina sideline over there, and so Billima walks over there. It doesn't really appear – I mean, he checks on him, his own player, but he does the substitute sign, like the substitution sign right at Beamer, like looking at him and shit, and then Beamer just loses his mind, runs on the field, like flips out and shit, and that's kind of the whole thing. And so I was like, interesting.
Hey. It is what it is. So I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was good. Bring it back. Bring
football. Yeah.
Bring football back. Shit.
It's here.
I loved it.
It's still here.
All right, Noel. Explain, Noel, what you want to do, how we're going to do this. So we're going to show some film. Smitty will be on the defensive side and go back and forth. And I'll act as the head coach. And Noel's going to kind of ask me, Coach JB, what do you do? What do you do? It's 3rd and long. Can I go for this? Or do we want to run draw and be safe and punt it? Those are the scenarios we want to give from the head coach OC perspective against a defensive mind. And is that kind of what you want to do?
Let's see how this works. Let's see how this one works. We need to watch more film. Is this your guys, right?
Yeah, DV Sport. DV Sport.
DVS,
let me share the screen. Let me share the screen here. Boom. All right, Bailey, you got it. Let me Let me pull it up and share it. We'll go a great team because I think they're the best team in the NFL. And I think Sam Darnold has done a hell of a job having coached against them and knowing his coaches in high school. Beat my ass twice at the buzzer. And I said he needed a chance to be under the right tutelage and having that mesh and mix with the head coach, play caller, and quarterback. I think Minnesota Vikings, number one, need to re-sign him, A, and B, I think that is just a very, very hard thing to find. Head coach, play caller, quarterback, camaraderie. There's only a few in the NFL. Andy Reid, Mahomes, Shane, McVay and Stafford.
Herbert.
Harbaugh, Herbert, Shanahan, Purdy. There's only a few of those, Noel. You know how hard these are to find, contrary to Adam Schefter and Mina Kimes' beliefs that never played a down of football. Oh, you can't re-sign him. That's ridiculous take. You need to re-sign this kid. There's not a lot of great quarterback play anyway. So when you get a hold of a gym like this, he's got 14 wins, headed to 15. There's a reason. That's not a luck of the draw type of scenario, in my opinion. I think Sam's the guy for that team going forward with the weapons around him.
Here's a guy a couple of years ago you wouldn't give $100 for, right?
That's what I'm saying. So
he can't play, he can't throw, he can't process, he can't. Well, I guess he could, couldn't he? Right?
He could. Yeah,
he could. He's just.
Here we go. Bailey, go ahead. No, let's talk about it. It's 1st and 10, Smitty, and we're on our 15-yard line, all right? Just starting the game. So, Smitty, you're on defense.
Yes, sir.
And Noel's the play caller on offense, and we're going to see here what we're doing. So, Noel, here we go. Here's Noel's offense. We're coming out in a little bit.
First of all, my first possession, I'm a little pissed because I got to start the 15.
Right.
So, I'm a little pissed. So, I'm looking, okay, I can't have any TFLs. I can't, I got to get the ball out probably pretty quick, something quick or get to my base run and see where I'm at. I've got to get a drive starter. I need a good drive starter right here.
TFL, Coach, explain TFL so these guys know what it means.
Tackle for losses. I don't want to be at 2nd and 10 plus. I don't want to be, I want to try to stay on schedule as I can after my first down. This is the first possession of the game. Yeah. All right. So it's not.
And defensively, I'm thinking complete opposite. I want exactly what he's saying. I want a TFL. I want a 1 yard, 2 yard game. I want to make it to where it's 2nd and long, and to where now as the offensive coordinator, I'm limiting his play selection. Once we get to 2nd long, 3rd and long. So that's my mindset coming in. It looks like Niners are just in their regular 4-3, just base front, cover 2, and just getting the game started.
Hey, and Noel, explain something as a play caller at home. We're in Minnesota. We got the dark uniforms on. We're at home. I'm the head coach. Noel can't take a sack and take our fucking loud-ass crowd out of this game right now because we're at home. We need a loud crowd to shut this defense up. On offense, we don't want the crowd too loud calling the play, but we also don't want them quiet because we take a sack or a TFL, to Noel's point. Yeah. So let's start it off here. Noel, explain what we're in here. We're a little bit of 12, 2 tight ends here.
Yeah. So Smith. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get into my kind of my heavy set, my 12 personnel set, all right, which is a heavy run, or play action. So it may be, obviously I have to watch Smitty's defense. He's got 2 deep safeties, so he's giving me a light box. He's giving me a good look to run the football. Yeah. Or a good drive starter for me would be I'm going to throw some quick game, or I'm going to run some sort of a play, some sort of a naked, something like that. I just want the ball out of my quarterback's hands. I don't want us standing back there holding the ball for intermediate dig routes and stuff like that where I get a possibility of a sack.
And no, I just put the box on the too high look here. We got a stagnant base front. It looks like, okay, we're gonna play either a man zone look to the field, and we got a little off coverage here where the arrows. And I was writing this as Coach was talking because quick game would be to the free access side. We like to call it down here. Yeah, we got an outside option, a hitch. We don't know what we got. But we don't have any backer that can rob this. This guy's not going to make this play. He's not going to make this play. So this is a single corner read. If we want to take advantage of the quick game to the field here.
Yeah, and I'm going to guess too that's just in the top of the screen, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So like they're gonna probably play that safety high over the top of him because they got to help, right? So they roll it to cover 3.
Yep.
They spin the safety. There's your naked. There's your play action. Your naked play. All right.
Now, we're watching film after you called this play. Are you happy with this play call? Would you do it again if you had to, or would you just hand the football off here on first down and not try to? Almost was a disaster.
It was almost a disaster because I just thought that the guy that they've got coming on the under route, right? The flat. Look at it. He's got the other guy, the outside guy, Justin, right here.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so they kind of got what they want, but there's that's not very good spacing.
Yeah,
right?
We want the levels different, right? We want that spacing a little bit better like this.
Right. So, he
You
just
want to
has
be able
so
to dump it
far
right
to
now. This too close, you're saying. You want to be able to dump this ball off.
I got to have a hot throw right there. And the other thing is they've got nothing that influences that wide 5 right there. I would have thought that guy would have slammed him. Yeah,
he didn't get enough contact. Both of us had free release. You know,
he should have. That wing right there, that flanker. He should have slammed that 9 technique right there.
Yeah,
at least give Sam a little time to get his head around.
100%.
Right
now, Smitty, you're the D coordinator here. You didn't get touched. What did you tell Bosa?
Free release, go. I mean, do exactly. You know what he said. Now, naturally, as a defensive lineman, our natural instinct when we don't get touched is the thing. Is this a screen? But you got to think about situation. It's like, well, it's 1st and 10, beginning of the drive. He's under center. He's definitely not doing that. So, like, to me, I'm thinking, go get the quarterback. It must be a mess up front with the offensive line with the protection. But I'm Bosa. I'm the best. I'm arguably the best defensive player on this team. Definitely the best pass rusher. And I mean, we see that he's a moment away from getting his sack here. So, you see it's a bootleg naked, naturally, we're taught get that hand up to kind of mirror the quarterback and his throwing hand, but both got there so fast. It's like, well, shoot, just get that, try to make a play, get a sack. And we saw that he made Darnold rush that ball out of his hands quick. So I thought he played that perfect.
So go back on this. So look at Kevin O'Connell is like a million times smarter than me. I mean, unbelievable job, but I'm running a naked back to Bosa. I don't slam him to my quarterback's left.
So he has to
he's a right-handed guy. So I'm guessing that he's going, I don't know about maybe I won't do this one again. Right? The spacing's bad, everything. Look, you got 2 receivers stacked on each other. One guy's covering both. And I got Bosa hitting my guy in the mouth as he's trying to bootleg to his left. So
and we're playing that devil's advocate. I'm O'Connell today, and I'm like, no, did you motherfuck these 2 and these 2? I just want to know, because what the fuck are we doing? We saw Tank Dell get injured for the year with a catastrophic injury because we got a guy, friendly fire injury. Our own wideout was in his fucking area in the red zone. Why are those 2 guys together? Similar situation here. Are these guys rogue? Are they rogue?
This is what the conversation would have been like when you watch it as a staff on Monday. The head guy would have gone, so you're telling me, Noel, that you spent all week game planning this as the first play of the game? Come on, bro.
This is a conversation. We're giving you guys conversations on Monday morning. This is head coach OC conversation.
That's the best you could come up with? You had a whole week?
No, I'm playing the head coach here. What the fuck? No, are you telling me these guys are going rogue on you? Because you didn't design this, right? These 2 fucks are together. Why? And then you're telling me why.
Yes.
Yeah. Love it.
All right, let's get to 2nd and 10. Same scenario, Noel. All right.
Okay, so I'm thinking right now, okay, that one wasn't good. So just give me this. Let's get to 3rd and manageable.
Right.
All right. So it could be a run. So that kind of leaves the run game open for me. I'm a heavy run on 2nd and 10 guy because I'm.
You need to get here, right, Noel? You want to get here?
Yes, I want to get to 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. Yeah. So it still keeps that as a rundown for me if you get the right look. So probably maybe some kill plays here. Hey, look I'm going to call some quick game, whatever. If I get a light box or a good look in the box for my run, he's an 11 personnel. So this is this is the down that you got to get yourself back on track.
For sure. So as a defense, yeah, I'm thinking, I'm gonna speak about the D line up front. I'm thinking quick game. Obviously, still got to play the run as well. Play the run on. We always say play the run on the way to the quarterback, though. So I'm thinking quick game. Be prepared to get my hands up for any like quick slants or anything like that, and just play ball. Yep.
Hey, Darnell, Coach Smith, I'm free releasing this back right now. You're in too high. Are you trapping this, or is he manned up with him, chasing over the top? What are you thinking pre?
Who is that? Is that Fred or no?
Fred Warner. If I free release the back right now versus too high look right now, I don't know what you're thinking, but I'm asking you as the head coach. Is he in man locked up with the back to his side, or are we trapping this and doing over the top?
Since it's Fred, I like Fred man on the back. Fred's a good cover guy. I think if it was somebody else, I might think differently. With Fred,
here, City. No's gonna run fucking Exxon and Chevron now. So you gotta
run
fucking
Chevron in the boundary.
Yeah.
He's gonna run fucking Chevron in the boundary and snag that shit.
There you go. There's your quick game. There's your stick. There's your stick concept.
So is this a 1 high, 2 high beater? Is this a 1 high, 2 high pre-snap?
Yep. So he knew he's coming down here to the stick flat because he's getting a soft free access corner.
Yeah.
He's got 6-man protection. Good job by the back picking it up. Got a little dagger concept on the backside. So if that guy fits the stick, he should have the dig route coming in on the backside. So this is what you would call a pure progression read, right?
And Bosa has to his angle of his drop has to be a little bit more towards the numbers, in my opinion. I don't know what he's actually what they're teaching him, but I know when we did this back when I'm playing ball, when that DN dropping, he's dropping more of the angle towards the numbers, towards that flat. There's no action where he's dropping at. To me, if he drops more towards the numbers, that he could get his hand on that ball and he might break that up. He's dropping.
And they're trying to tricky dick you here, right? They're trying to tell Sam Darnold that this is an easy read. You got one defender out here because he's not in the picture, but they're trying to fuck with us because they're trying to drop Bosa to cloudy up Sam Darnold's read, correct?
Yep. There's a little fire zone action there, right?
Yep. And that's more of an NFL thing. College does it, but NFL will do it a little bit better because they won't disguise it. They'll disguise it a little better. Right now, if they were to do it in college, you'll see this guy creep over here in college because they don't have a Fred Warner type of player athletically or film study-wise. So you'll see this a little bit cheated over. In the NFL, they'll try to fuck with Sam Darnold here and do what they're doing here and disguise it pretty damn well. All right, so you got your wish. You got what you wanted. It's 3rd and 3.
Now we find out who's good coaches and who's not, right? Red zone and 3rd down. Anybody can call, as Steve Spurrier said, my 10-year-old can call plays on 1st and 2nd down.
Hey, no, excuse me, because I'm just trying to – I don't want to motherfuck my D coordinator here in Darnell Smith, but why the fuck is my free safety at 20 yards on 3rd and 3? Mr. Smith?
Makes no sense. If I'm the D coordinator, he's up. He's playing the sticks. It looks like here. I see the D line is in. They got double threes. Looks like there's a blitz situation here. He might be disguising. Maybe we'll see once we press play. If he comes up closer.
Let's see.
There's no reason to start off.
All right, so he's killing this play, right? So they double called this, right? 3rd and 3, run kill or a pass kill, zone man, right? So see him do it. See Sam going to his helmet. So obviously he's killing it to the man beater.
Yeah.
Be the athlete that Sam is. Be the athlete that Sam is. What happened here, Noel? Why he don't like what happened here? He got pressure and had to spin out, but what doesn't he like on rhythm here? He's got a pocket, it's decently clean. Is there something that he should have thrown, or is he
I think he's got the double dig. Everybody's running this double dig stuff right here. Yeah. Okay. So he gets up. He's getting ready. He wants to throw the the inside out on this double dig right here. Right, San Francisco does a nice job, and then obviously Bosa gets in there and just flushes them out. Okay, what he does a nice job of though, doesn't he? Getting out of the pocket,
spin it out. Yeah,
and then opposite the D line. If you rewind it again, looks like the D line did a little game up front, little TE, ET, little end tackle, little twist action here. But you look on the front side, man, this tackle who goes outside doesn't maintain lane integrity and allow Darnold to be able to rush outside. Yeah, he's probably taught to penetrate that inside hip of 71 in order to allow Bosa to be free up. Because in a perfect world, what you want to do is you want to put enough pressure on 71, but stay tight enough to that guard to where now 64 has to turn towards you. You're on 71, and Bosa has a free release on the inside. The problem is the tackle didn't do a good enough job of that. Kind of ends up in no man's land. And right here, Darnold, obviously, they're man coverage. All the corners' backs are turned away. Darnold spins out it, and he gets the first down. So that's definitely that's not what you want.
I'd always tell JB, my quarterback, like good quarterbacks, right? There's always in a drive, you got to save the play. I'm going to call a shitty play, and they're going to run a defense. This play is not going to be good. All right, good quarterbacks make you right, and they create first downs for you that aren't on schedule, that aren't like how we drew it up on the board or everybody blocked everybody, and that's what Sam did. He kept us on the field. You got to keep us on the field, son.
Well, here we go. No, first down. He got you a first down. The drive continues. We don't have to punt. We're moving the football
he's
now.
Feeling good. I think he's got to start running the ball. He's got to get some runs going here. That's three straight. He went naked, pass. All right.
Yep.
He's killing it.
Checking. He don't like it. What does he like? He's trying to run the football to the double tight inside, maybe.
That's what I would say. Because he's got leverage. Watch. See how they spun the safety down weak.
Yeah.
Right. So now they got numbers to the field. Yep. So probably if Smitty was to stay in too high, where the coverage was rolled to the flank side, then probably he's running the ball to the weak side over here.
So he was spun down here, we run it here.
Yeah. So it's a coverage. It might be a coverage-based run.
Yep. And that's and we got a great chunk on first down. This is a great down. We got this. Let's go to a couple more plays. We got what we wanted, Coach. You're 2nd and 3. This is no man's land, Darnell Smith.
I want to know right now what's the D coordinator thinking, because I'm starting to move the ball on his ass.
I'm not gonna lie, right now, because right now your middle of the field is 2nd and 3. I look at this down as one of those downs where not a waste down, but you're in a great position, right? If you get an incomplete pass, you're still right where you want to be, 3rd and matter. So now I'm thinking, and tell me I'm wrong, you might take a shot around 2nd and 3rd, right? Middle of the field, like this opportunity where I'm thinking shot down the field, play action, deep, deep post route or something. Because again, incomplete pass, you're 3rd and short, you're still in good territory here. So I'm kind of on my heels right now, Coach. You know what I'm saying? Because it's multiple. Anything can happen on 2nd and 3.
We got outcut options. We got double out options. We got a chaser, and off man. We don't know what we're doing here. No, you got your pecker's getting hard right now as a play caller. It's 2nd and 3 to Darnell's point. What are we thinking here? Are we taking a shot now after we got him on a toss for 8 or 7 yards, or what are we doing here? Are we going to get the first down and continue to drive the ball? Where are you at right now?
I've never been the old 2nd and short your shot play guy because I know the defensive guy. I hear them yelling that on their sideline.
Shot.
Why am I going to call? It's like 3rd down. It's like 3rd and 8 and 9 when you hear watch the screen. Why the hell am I going to call a screen when the defense is yelling, watch for the screen?
But they still do
it. Yeah. So I'm probably thinking, man, I just rolled on Smitty on a 7-yard run. I might come back and try to hit you right in the mouth again right now with my run game.
I'm kind of with you. And they do a shot.
No, they take the shot.
They action shot.
Yep. And that's what you get, though. So you're going to get off coverage. You're going to get safe coverage because Smitty's going to be in safe coverage here because of that scenario. And that's why I would have ran the football. It's just all a chess game. I mean, It is what it is. I'm not mad at either way here. But I would just say I would say, Coach Mazzoni, what is the shot concept though? Like you're gonna take a shot on 2nd and 3. What are we doing here? Are we gonna get like what? Just explain to me what are you gonna get to ease the head coach's mind as to what the concept is? Are we just taking a shot? Are we solo one-on-one? Come back with Justin Jefferson, the best receiver in football. That'll ease my mind. If we're just gonna take
number one rule is in shot plays, you need to be in 7-man protection, because your 2nd and 3rd, you do not want to sack. You want to at least end up 3rd and 3. Right. You don't want to end up with a sack or now you're 3rd and long, because now that's just stupid, right? So if I'm going to take a shot, I'm going to probably be hard play action, 7-man protection. I got Justin Jefferson on one side over there, right? I'm like, okay, this is going to be iffy right here. So I got to get 2-on-1, or I got to get some sort of a read route with Justin.
No doubt. All right. I like Justin. You say Justin, and we're gonna throw to Justin, coach. My dick's hard too, so I'm fine with it. If we're just
I'm telling you what they tried to do. Go back.
Thing is, though, Coach, we're also on defense. We're thinking about Justin too. So
yeah. So he tried to get that safety to the top to bite a little bit on the play action.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And now they're trying to throw Justin on the post, but Justin's like, bro, I can't win on the post right here. So I think he just falls out.
Yep.
He just falls out. Yep.
So to Sam's point, I'm the head coach. I'm yelling at Sam, just throw it away.
Yes.
3rd and 3. I want 3rd and 3. I want 3rd and 3 here. I don't want. So it's 3rd and 1. No,
3rd and 3. Still 3rd and 3, I think. Or am I tripping? Oh, it's 3rd and 3.
Did he scramble or what happened there?
Yeah, what happened?
He threw it away.
It was 2nd and 1.
Oh, it probably was 2nd and 1. We probably saw the 3. Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
All right. So 2nd and 1. So that's an obvious shot.
They're definitely going to run it. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So 3rd and 1, no, what are we thinking?
3rd and 1. Now, 3rd and 1, the NFL, they sometimes treat that like 3rd and 4, but it's a rundown.
I got my big
They're just running split zone, right?
Yep.
The play everybody in the country runs. Split zone.
Yeah.
Kick out,
float, just cross it around.
And now you're telling your back, hey, I pay you $6 million a year back. You got to make a yard.
Get this first down. You get it cross, inside out, near shoulder, makes his ass go outside. Don't let his ass beat you inside is the coaching point. So, Darnell, what are you thinking here? What are you teaching 59 here on the split flow, on the wham block, whatever you guys want to call it on defense? What are you thinking here?
What are you teaching? He's guessing right here. It's like first of all, we're taught blow that up.
Explain spill to the audience.
So as you see this wing guy coming across, 59 should turn his shoulders and hit him inside, blow it up to where he forces that back to kick out and not be able to go straight down the middle. He doesn't do that. Instead, 59 plays his outside shoulder. To me, it's a selfish play, and it's an easy first down because he runs straight down the middle. If he spills this guy, runs through him, uses inside shoulder, turns his shoulder, that gap is not open. And now he has to bounce outside, and maybe Fred Warner can come right over the top and make the play.
So run it just a little bit more, JB. Right there, okay. So this is what, right? You always want to be a hat for a hat.
Yeah.
So back it up a little bit. If you look right here, we got hat. They're doing a great job blocking this. They got hats on everybody.
I ain't gonna lie. In the defensive film room, we're rewinding it. We're like 59. What the hell are you doing right here? Like this is soft. You're being selfish. Why are you going the arm over the top? Why are you not blowing this guy up?
Now the only guy that misses his hat is this receiver out here to the right. So his guy, because they're in bare man free. They're in bare, so that's his guy making the play right there.
Oh, yeah.
Go get him. Go get point of attack. Fuck him.
Yeah, no, on the backside. Look at the guy on the backside, JB. See right there? Yeah. So 83 doesn't, that's tough. He doesn't get that guy.
We got a head for him. Hopefully, with these two trying to work, he's got him. We're trying to work back to the backside backer if there were one here, right? So we're trying to get ahead.
You run out of guys. So really, 71 does a great job right here, right there.
Yeah, they're out of guys.
Yeah.
And Smitty, to Smitty's point, so everybody in the audience knows what spill means. Smitty's saying spill it inside, so this is the spiller. We call that the spill backer. That backer would then spill that tipsy-turvy. If you're an option guy, we were accounting for the spill, the tipsy-turvy exchange here in the run game. This is what Smitty's telling him to do, so Fred Warner can spill over the top. 33 would hit him right in the mouth.
And you gotta understand, too, like, we're not playing Sam Darnold. He's mobile, but we're not playing as a Lamar Jackson. So, like, I'm not even worried about the threat right now in that moment of Sam Darnold keeping the ball. So I'm sprinting. As soon as that tackle down blocks, I'm sprinting down the line and I'm running through that. There's no reason to half step that and guess that at all.
Holy
shit! God, the head coach right now is just dog pussy.
What the fuck are we doing?
What are you doing out there, guys?
I'm like, woo!
What are you doing? So they got so now it's 2nd and 23. Great job. We'll end it with this.
Screen. Draw.
Now knowing that on 2nd and 23, you mentioned this a few weeks back. This is when you're probably running some drop back because of that, right? It's 2nd, not 3rd and 23. It's 2nd and 23. Are we trying to get 10 to 12 yards on this down?
Yeah, I got to get myself to where I can call one of my 3rd and long plays, right? So I'm going to need 10 plays. 10 yards. Yeah. I need to try to figure out how can I get 10 to 12 yards on this thing. All right, so he's just see right there. There you go. He's just running a basic curl flat concept with a clear dig on the backside for quarters. So he's got
Darnell, I'm pissed at you, Darnell, for this backer right here because it's 2nd and fucking 23. Why are you hard chasing this flat route on a 3-yard gain? Fuck that. Give him the 3 yards. Sink right here and make him throw this. We'll rally to this, but not give him 15 yards on 2nd and 23.
And that's what is that 50? Is that number 59 again?
Yeah.
Fucking Campbell, ain't that the cat that quit?
Yeah. Why is he doing it? He's making Noel's job easy. He's voiding this area for the curl throw because on 2nd and 23, I'd rather sink him. Make him throw the slower tight end, and we'll rally to that.
Yeah, you got help.
I don't want to give up 12, 13 yards on 1st down. So now we
got a chance. Now we got chance.
Yeah, now Noel's in 3rd and 10. It's back to scenario football. It's just down and distance now, Noel. So where are we at? 3rd and 10.
So what's my 3rd and 10 package? You would have game planned. Okay, what do these guys do? What's their 80% of the time? What are they going to show you on 3rd and long, right? Is it quarters? Is it cover 2? Is it probably not man coverage? They look like probably in the NFL it's 2-man. Yeah. That's the big 3rd and long play. Everybody wants to play 2-man, so it's looking like 2-man to me right there. So he goes empty, right?
And we got some games up front. Coach. I got my speedsters in. I got my speed guys in. Little nickel guy situation. You see, we got a little overload. It's like on the left side. I'm probably doing some sort of twist or game up front because
why wouldn't you? Right?
That ball out quick.
So that's why I'm going to keep my tight end in up top. I'm going to be in some sort of protection with my tight end involved, and I'm going to get some sort of man beaters. I need man beaters, and I know when guys are going to play inside leverage on me.
Man beaters 3rd and 10. We're again. Darnell, I don't know why we're in fucking 20 yards safeties off on 10 yards where the first is, but we're in man. Look at the backer straight over the top.
I didn't coach that up. These guys are out here doing what they want to do. They're selfish, getting paid all this money. I didn't coach that up.
Oh, so now you're fucking in the NIL era.
Yeah. Thank God we got Fred Warner. He saved us on that play because the game didn't get there. Sam Darnold had 5 seconds to throw it, but Fred Warner, sometimes you got Jimmys and Joes over X's and O's.
Hey,
as Bill Belichick would say, so when they asked him what kind of plays do you think about in red zone and 3rd down, he goes, I don't think plays, I think players.
Come on now.
Right?
No doubt. Hey, that's a great segment. I'm getting blown up, man. People watching the show from some coaches and shit are like, man, that is an unbelievable segment. They loved it. So I'm glad I'm getting a lot of text messages.
You're welcome,
right
JB.
No, thank you. By the way, Pat Perez is watching right now, texting me a bunch of bullshit, like fucking with me. But anyway,
Hey, tell Perez if Perez is watching, we're at his house on the 20th, January 20th for the national championship game. And there better be some nice steaks. That's all
Tell Pat I wear a size 13.5. I want some Jordans next week.
He said, "Don't even address him, Smitty." No, it's a pleasure.
Every time I say something, it's like fuck what I said. Like,
yeah, fuck what you said. Hey, no, I'm gonna be on the yacht today. It's 74 on the water. Why not? Fuck sitting at home watching games. I got TV on the boat.
Why wouldn't you?
Hey, no, I'm gonna go bar hopping. I'm gonna go from port to port. I'm gonna go bar hopping with a few friends, and that's what I'm doing right
where's
after
the boat? Where do you put in at? Where do you guys put in at? The boat.
The boat's in Long Beach, and then we just go around. I go all the way up to Huntington, wherever, or right there in Long Beach. There's so many ports in Long Beach. You can pull right up to a bar and dock.
So you gotta pull up to Newport, dock it, walk over into Mutt Lynch's, okay? Hit Mutt Lynch's and walk half a block down and finish the night at Blackie's. All right?
Blackie's is nice too.
Yeah.
Blackie's is nice too. Have you been to the Stag Bar?
No, in Newport?
Yeah, no. It's like in Newport Balboa, right on the fringe. Newport Balboa. Stag Bar is unbelievable.
Hey, Happy New Year, fellas.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I'll see you for the game. I'll see you next week, but I'll see you in Arizona soon.
Hey,
right,
you need to run up on the next weekend, the 11th, 10th or 11th. How far are you from Palm Springs?
30.
Okay, I'm going to call you. I'm going to be in Palm Springs. There's June Jones and Hal Mummy. You need to just come up and have some beers with us.
Really?
We're going to be the DoubleTree Resort. I'll send you the info.
Don't say too much, Coach. You people crazy. You chat crazy, but yeah.
All right.
All right, no, I'll see you later.
Coach said 3459 Westlake Drive at the DoubleTree Resort.
We'll be in room 2221.
I'll leave the key card under the mat right outside the hotel. You don't have to call me when you arrive. I'm like,
the whole chat's going now. Look at Jada, all go. Everybody's going.
Jada said, "We." Like, who we, Jada? The whole hood. Right. Jada bringing the whole fucking hood with her. Look, TBB will be there. You gonna pull up, JB? You gonna have fucking fans just out here with JB signs and shit, just wave your autograph.
Fuck, who said I'm in Moreno Valley, motherfucker?
What?
Like, it looks like a dry snitch.
Right. Mo Valley.
Jess is like a low-key, like a weirdo.
Jesse,
ULBC, yeah.
Gotcha. Shout out to Bama Don 04. Happy News Year's, my guys. Everything plural. Happy News Year's, my guys. Appreciate you, Bama Don. For the $20, man. We'll put that towards 10 towards my rent and 10 towards your gas for your yacht.
I like that segment.
Great year so far.
We got to do more because you could talk football on defense.
Yeah. I think a lot of people on here, like, they see me as clown, have fun. They think I didn't play football at all. Now, I'm not saying I'm a D coordinator. I keep it real. I'm a D coordinator. I still learn, but I know football now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We need to do more because you could talk. You could talk like football, like intelligently.
Yeah, I like how we did that, man. Y'all saw when I said this is the shot play, and then what happened? Never seen it in my life. I just know football.
You could talk intelligently on that.
Why are you shocked? Because I'm black? You so racist, man. I'm gonna hop out this show before I say something crazy. It's January 1st. You're not gonna put me down. We got an amazing football game on the day.
And this how it would go for a real racist. This how it would be. You talk really intelligently on that, and then you say what you just said. What do you mean? Why would I not?
Why
right?
Would you say that? Like, why are you so surprised?
And then I'd be like, the real racist would be like, well, you guys don't really talk football like that. You guys. What do you mean? Well, I mean D lineman. Well, I'm gonna try to get out of it. D lineman.
Look at Jada talking shit. We seen footage of Smitty getting slammed, LOL, at a Ball State versus Army. Slam? I don't remember getting slammed. Now I didn't got blocked for sure. I didn't got drove back. I didn't been through it all.
Coach Fred was watching. Coach Fred was watching that segment. He said, "You are a player rep first."
Hey,
player representative. Player representative.
You are a coach rep first, which is fine.
You're very well spoken, Darnell. Very well spoken.
Thank you, Jason. I appreciate that, Jason.
When it comes to X's and O's, Jimmy's and Joe's.
What's Blackies? You Mazzoni said it was a great bar. I got excited. He said that. He said, "Oh yeah, Blackies. Oh yeah, love Blackies." Like, what is Blackies? I'm just curious.
Why is Blackies the only one that stuck out to you, homie?
I got extremely excited. He was like, "Oh yeah, Blackies. Yeah, I fucking love Blackies." Mazzoni said, "Park right here. Go to Joey's, but then you gonna walk down the street, go to Blackies." And he was like, "Blackies, yeah." Like y'all got like turned up. Like your wee got hard. You said Blackies. I'm like, what the hell going on at Blackies?
Why was Blackies the bar that did you like 2 minutes later? You still remember? Like you wanted to ask me what Blackies was.
Yeah, I remember. Mazzoni had to go, so I was like, let me just hold on to it. You feel me? Look, TJ2 Nasty said, "Yeah, explain that." John Bell said, "Smitty dressed like an NIL street agent." Hey, young man, listen. I'm gonna tell you that the best decision in your life, man, is to go to Oregon. Let me tell you why. They offer $750,000 right now, cold cash. All I need is 15% of that.
You are. You do. Remind me of that though. Almost deleted the whole show.
Nino Brown was clean though, Chris, while you playing. So thanks for the compliment. Joe Corey, you white. Stay out of it, Joe. You can't say nothing like that, Joe. Said Smee looks like Tito Jackson. Joe Corey, you can't speak on black business. You can't don't compare me to nobody black. Anything you say is gonna be racist. So you just can't say nothing, Joe. You gotta stay out of it. You gotta stay out of it.
What's this, Smitty?
Pulling off its second win.
I got it. I'm glad we brought that up today. No other show will talk about it. I love it.
What shirt did Fred have on again?
Fred?
Yeah, what was his shirt he was wearing?
Reddit.
Okay.
It said Reddit. Can you explain Reddit again to your wife?
I've never heard it until you brought it. I'm about to check it out now, see what's on there. So
can you explain Reddit again? Can you explain Reddit again real quick at the big screen? Explain what's on Reddit again so everybody out there in the OnlyFans world can go find. Can you explain it for your wife and everybody watching? Go ahead.
What you told me you were on there last night, and you told me that you were on Reddit and you found some models OnlyFans accounts for free on Reddit. That's what you told us earlier. JB literally said it today that he was on there last night, and he said that today. That's an actual fact. He did say that verbally. So based upon what you're saying,
Bailey, fact or cap, Bailey? I did not say that verbatim.
Hold on, Bailey, for real. Today, he said he admitted
here
that
we
today.
go. Oh my
goodness.
goodness.
He admitted that today. Come on, Bailey.
Smitty.
Bailey, he didn't say that today, Bailey.
No, he said something about that. I don't know if you said verbatim what you said because you were very specific. But I think I don't know. I don't know if you're completely telling the truth when it comes to your Reddit endeavors.
Well, listen. We speaking about what JB said he did. I didn't speak on anything. I'm just giving you those facts. You know what I'm saying? Eddie, Coach Fred, explain it for everybody and your wife. That's black on black crime, Coach Fred. I love y'all, man. Happy New Year 2025, man. Hey, all I need is $100,000 a month, and we're gonna shut the show down. So we're gonna keep doing our thing. And hey,
have you watched the NBA this year at all? As we leave early, we're gonna leave a little early today. Have you watched the NBA?
Dibbles and dabbles of it.
I haven't watched a down of it or a shot of it. It's just no way. It's so bad.
It's not a fun game. Like Westbrook's been balling with Denver.
What's going on with the Lakers?
Huh?
What's going on with the Lakers?
Shitty.
Are they?
LeBron missed a game the other day though. The Lakers balled out though. AD had like 37 and 17 and
when LeBron don't play, they're better. When LeBron don't play, they're better. Who's the best team? Is it Boston or who? Cleveland? I heard.
I think Boston. I don't know who the number one seed right now, but Boston, Cleveland, the Bucks got hot now. Bucks are actually playing good under Doc. And then on the West, I know Denver Westbrook is balling with Denver right now. Him and Jokic, they both had a triple-double the other night. Westbrook had a perfect game. Westbrook went like 9 for 9, didn't miss a shot, had like 19 points, 10 assists, 12 boards. Westbrook looking good with Denver. Denver might come back and win this year.
Huh.
Yep.
Cleveland has the best record, though. Crazy.
The Lakers traded D'Lo, though. I don't know if you saw that.
Damn. Yeah, I didn't see that. Who they trade him for?
Who they trade him for? They trade him for who the Lakers trade him for?
I know you're talking about. For what's his name? Shake Milton.
It was two Milton and then Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah. He hasn't been good since Dallas. Shake Milton, that's who it was. And I just see it, and that's how smart I am, and I know of all things I am, because I know everything.
You so smart, you don't even got to see stuff and you know it.
Because I see it one time and I just know. Now I can fully talk about Shake Milton and the trade and everything now. That's the difference between me and everybody else on the internet.
In the show that way. Tell us everything you know about Shake Milton right now. In the show that way.
Shake Milton was really, really, really good early on for 76ers. He made a name for himself. He got traded because the point guard running a blank for Philly right now, really good. What's his name?
Homie.
See, you're running a blank too. So the point guard for the Sixers took off, and they're like, "Oh, we got to pay him an Embiid." So Shake Milton was a liability. They got Shake Milton out of there. Maxey. Yeah. So Maxey's ascending, took Shake Milton, kind of let him be traded, and then that's kind of what Shake Milton. But I like Shake Milton a lot. I thought he was decent a couple years ago. So I like the addition. I don't know why the Lakers are holding on to the dude from Miami who hasn't really done. I don't even know if he scored a bucket in 2 years. He was hurt. He was hurt last year.
Martin?
Huh?
Martin? Caleb Martin or something like that?
Nah, the Lakers got the dude that was at Miami.
Caleb Martin?
Nah, they don't got Caleb Martin. Oh, I don't know if they have Caleb Martin, but it's the other guy that the Lakers have. He's fucking horrible. He hasn't done anything. Gabe Vincent.
They look
fucking horrific. So
and you can tell we ain't watching basketball because all our shit is like a little off. Like we're almost there, but we're a name off.
Yeah.
We don't lock in basketball season after February 9th.
You've been watching hockey though, right? You've been watching hockey though.
Oh, 100%. Man, the LA Kings been doing their damn thing right now, man. I like the way they're looking, man. I really think that they have a big opportunity to just make a run and play. I'm not gonna say them go here and win the cup. But they have a chance.
They got a big game tonight. They play the New Jersey Devils tonight in a big game. I know you know Jay Bratt for the Devils. I know you watch. I know you know him, the left winger.
Yeah, he's a bad boy. Jay Bratt's a bad boy. He's 7
points.
We got to find a way to maintain him. If he gets going early, they'll change. It'll be a wrap. It'll be hard to get back into it.
Fuck, I got it. I know you know Kopitar, right? For the Kings, he's got 39 points. I know he's He's a huge asset for the Kings. Kings are right there. Got a great opportunity to sweep professional sports this year, other than the Lakers. So the Dodgers are going to win, the Kings are going to win, and the Rams are going to win. So it's crazy.
How the Rams going to win when the Ravens going to win though? Like can two teams win Super Bowl?
The Ravens aren't going to win a Super Bowl ever.
They're going to win this year.
So sorry, I don't know if you knew that. But in hockey, though, I know you know a lot. Who's your favorite right now to win the whole, the whole thing?
You know what's crazy? I don't really have a favorite right now, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just like right now I'm just watching it and just I'm trying to figure. It's one of those years where it's a lot of just parity, kind of similar to college football, where it's like there's no one team that's just dominating. Like, listen, I know records. You look at some of these teams like Smitty, your line because such is playing so well. But no. My eyes work, and what I'm seeing is there's no dominant team that's just fucking just killing it right. The Blackhawks are solid, but like there's no team just killing it right now. So I'm still just evaluating right now. There's a few teams out there that I can see go win this game. I need to see more before I can just put my stamp on it.
The Blackhawks are in last place, but listen, I get your point though. Mm-hmm. The Blackhawks are absolutely one of the worst teams in hockey this year, but
yeah,
the Winnipeg Jets are really good. Capitals are good. The Devils are good. The Kings, the Maple Leafs are good. Florida's always going to be in it. Vegas is always going to be in it. Vegas and the Kings are going to fight till the end.
Always.
Yeah, Vegas has 53 points. I think they're like second in the league next to Winnipeg, which I think has 55 points or something. Overall, they go by points. Vegas has less losses than Winnipeg, but Winnipeg has more points. You know how the points game works. You know how the points all add up for the NHL, right? You know how it works. Explain how it works again for the audience, because I know they would like to know.
Go ahead and do it.
Explain the point system. Even though there's a team that has less losses, Winnipeg has more points than Las Vegas, and they have more losses than Las Vegas.
Because
Winnipeg has 55 points. Winnipeg has 55.
How many goals scored in those games? It's like a whole. It's kind of like QBR in NFL. There's a few things that got to add up to determine like who has the more points there. The one thing I want to close out with the show though is there's a comparison of me. People have been saying in the chat. I think Billy got the picture pulled up, so we're gonna do a little side by side. Oh hell no! I don't look nothing like this dude. Who is this dude right here? Man? This dude wish he could be me. Is this our old dude? Is Ethan? Is this Ethan, homie? Oh, he didn't put Ethan next to him, man. You should
I talked to Ethan. Ethan wished me a Merry Christmas.
Huh?
Ethan wished me a Merry Christmas the other day.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Ethan. I wonder if like this is his mother was a huge supporter of the show. I wonder if she still watch the show or did she stop once he left?
Oh no.
Shout out to Ethan, man.
Did he wish you a Merry Christmas?
Nah, I'm black.
Well, back to the NHL. We'll be bringing that up now tomorrow. Smitty will break down the NHL, the Kings game tonight against Winnipeg. Smitty will lead the show off tomorrow in the deep dive, how the point system works and everything, because Smitty knows all that. So we'll dive into the NHL. Plus in golf, Scotty Scheffler had his surgery.
Yeah,
I know you're willing to get right into that and talk about that injury and how it's going to affect the PGA this year.
I know you saw Tiger Woods' son, man, little Charlie, man, hit his first hole in one at the day, man. It was a beautiful moment. Tiger got so excited when he saw it. So let's do it, man. Hockey, let's do all this, man. I'm ready to dive into it because football's I'm getting a little tired of football anyway. So hockey, let's do a little baseball, a little golf, a little soccer.
Tiger's son's not very good. Tiger's son's not very good, contrary to belief.
Well, he has potential. He's young. He has potential though. But to hit a hole in one, first
but just for instance, when Pat Perez was his age, he had already won 8 amateur events in California against Tiger. I don't know if you knew that. So he hasn't won any events, and everyone keeps saying he's the greatest thing. He's not. He's not
the greatest thing, but he's good though. I don't know what you said is a factor. He might have won an event. I don't know if it's a factor or not.
But no, I'm saying overall, year to year, you win. Like there's amateur, there's awards. You win on tour. There's tours for different levels. The little kids have tours, homie. He's not very good. Anyway, it's a great day to have a great day, Smitty. I'm gonna get ready to go. I'm gonna hit the yacht. I'll send you a few videos, some butt naked hoes, and some other things. And then we'll be back tomorrow, God willing. I get back from a swell or unexpected event of waves or something, and I'm back here tomorrow. And maybe if I'm still out there tonight, bar hopping, you scoop up. I'll scoop you up. You can drive up, and then I'll scoop you at a certain place. Get on with us, and we'll roll a couple bars maybe tonight because I'll be here all day.
All right, fucking figure it out then. Let me know.
So. It'd be great content for a content creator like yourself.
I'm not a content creator, man. I'm an analyst. I'm a producer. You're a content creator. You do this shit for clicks and likes. I keep it real. Shout out to the Maple Leafs, man. They rolling. You know, if I had to pick one team, I probably say the Maple Leafs probably will win this whole thing. And but we'll see. It's still too early for me to feel super confident. I didn't mean to say. I know I messed up earlier. I know I said the Blackhawks. I didn't mean to say. I was talking too fast. I meant to say the Maple Leafs. Blackhawks are horrible right now. They were one of the top 10 shit about 5 years ago, but shit changes, so much nowadays. They're horrible right now in Chicago, but the Maple Leafs, man, are rolling. And that's probably, if I had to pick one team, gun to my head, I'll probably pick them. But we'll see. It's so early. Big time game tonight with the Kings and Jersey. And we're going to see. I'm going to be locked into that.
Did you Google something?
Nah.
All right. Hey, shout out to Blackies. I'll be there tonight. Pull up on the boat. Smitty will meet me there, and we'll be there. We'll be back tomorrow on the realest show on planet Earth. Don't miss it. Pound that like, subscribe. Happy New Year. Peace.
New Year.